Hey guys, it's Movie Magic and Gaming Gurus live, back again, and this time we've got our 30th chat. Wow, wow, wow!
Where does the time go?
And I'm joined by my partner in crime, Sketchney, aka Tash, and we've got another guest right in the background, Shadow.
Don't she even look round? It's like, yeah, what?
Shadow is going to tell us some of her wisdom on what we're going to be talking about. We're
Yeah,
looking
exactly.
forward to that. And so, Tash, how are you today?
I'm doing good. I've been quite productive over the weekend. So, was going to go to the beach with Donna today, but I had a pounding headache and the weather was bad. So, because she had to go to Bournemouth for a conference, so I was going to tag along and pop to the beach while she was at that, but the weather was bad and I had a pounding headache, so didn't go. So
You were going to do some sunbathing, were you?
Yeah, this pasty face clearly gets out in the sun often. Actually, I don't tan. That's the thing, and that's why I hate it when I see all these pictures. You know, like the pictures I get with at the conventions and that, and I come away and I'm so pasty compared to them, and it's annoying because I can't tan. I have tried tanning. I don't even go red. I just nothing. So,
That's interesting.
But yeah, so I didn't go. I've been in bed quite a bit of today, but resting up because of my head. But other than that, I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing all right. I've been just chilling, watching, and just, taking things at a good pace.
Yeah, it's nice because we both, we were saying that we're both trying to do things to make things better paced in our lives, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like we're being productive on YouTube, but also handling our own lives, kind of thing. So
Yeah, exactly.
And having to deal with backstabbers and whatever. But yeah. But you've been doing more, any more gameplay stuff for that? You planning on doing?
No, I think I keep thinking about doing it. I was about starting doing it again and then doing maybe Arkham Knight a bit.
Yeah.
But then I just think myself, it takes so long to do that transferring. It takes so long to do that editing. And to be honest with you, as much as there's got to be an easier way of doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you've got Arkham Knight coming. Is it tomorrow? You're going to get it tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to get Arkham Knight tomorrow so that I can play it. But I'm going to play it with Donna. So we're going to probably enjoy that tomorrow evening or the next day.
Right, yeah.
Because I'm just like, I want to start playing games now just because of the fun of them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we started playing Sniper 2, didn't we? V2.
We did. We started playing Sniper V2.
Oh my god, that was so fun.
Do you want to talk a bit about it?
I you know what, I don't know if it's because we've played Resident Evil like 2 games back to back for lengths of time. And we weren't particularly blown away by Sniper 3, were we?
No.
But oh my god, this one has been so much more fun to play. And certainly compared, I mean, there are mechanics that aren't in this one that are obviously they've got in number 3. So you expect certain things to work and it doesn't work. But the maps have been so much better and more varied than just being out in the desert. I mean, it's like being in. It's funny because I've got Saving Private Ryan to watch tonight as my movie at night. And you go through this game and with all the destroyed buildings and everything like that, it does make you feel like you're in World War II. You feel like you're in like something like Saving Private Ryan or any of those other classic war movies. What did you think?
I preferred it over number 3.
Yeah.
Because number 3 was mostly, like you said, in the desert, and it was mostly sand. And when it wasn't, it was just the same old thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And that's what it felt like. As this game, you felt like you were going through different areas. You went through train stations, you went through subways, you went through streets. It was completely different.
Yeah.
You never felt like you were in the same area more than like maybe twice, depending on the missions.
Yeah.
And the one thing I didn't like was when your partner puts the bomb up, you can't shoot it to explode it like you could in the 3rd one. But you could at certain points, but just not,
I don't like the way you can't crawl away from where. I mean, we had enemies literally coming over and teabagging us as we sat there dying.
Yeah.
And they weren't even like other players. These were AI teabaggers. That was the
They
worst
just keep
bit
going up
about
and down
it.
like this. And they're just like, leave us alone. Because in number 3, you can move.
Yeah, you could while before you hit, while you're still able to shoot, you're able to crawl backwards a bit until they shoot you enough to the point of death, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But no, you can't even. So you're just sat there and then they just came over and like as you're dying, as the countdown's going down. And the screen goes dark. All I could see, one of the times, we were in this dark, like, bunker, weren't we? And I just had this figure just like hump over me. I was just like, oh, excuse me, I'm trying to die.
It's not like they always go for the head part.
Yeah.
And I wonder if this was a joke by the creators of it. Like, did they do that on purpose?
I do wonder, because it's not in the 3rd game, so I guess they put it in as a joke. But
because they don't do it on your leg or anything, do they?
No, it was literally in your face.
Yeah.
Just like.
Well, what I liked about this, what I was going to say was what I did like about this game was there was multiple assassination targets.
Yeah.
And that made it more fun, and you actually felt like you were killing them in this game.
Yeah.
Because in number 3, at the ending, is really pathetic.
Yeah. Although each of these, it was literally mission. Like you run out at the end, and that's the end of the chapter. I didn't feel story-wise there was. There weren't really any cutscenes, were there? It was.
There weren't any stories really, was there?
It was all those little postcards in the middle on the loading screen, wasn't it? And the guy talking.
We never listened to them. We made up our own versions.
Our versions, looking at those pictures, was far better. I mean, my God, was it Moolah or whatever? Looked like a zombie. He was just like.
But because it had like this scratch in the picture, it looked like he had this big zombie face, like.
And his eyes were wide open and that. I love the best one was like this group shot, and they were like the most German-looking people ever. And I know they are German people, but it was so funny. It was just like, wow, this isn't stereotypical at all.
Well, I think the best part has to be the end, because it's obvious that they stole that ending and put that in that Hitler DLC on number 3.
Oh yeah, because that final chapter felt like the Hitler DLC altogether. Like finding the map and finding the
And when you're shooting them, is in the car, just like in that one.
Yeah. I thought we were going to go. I thought it was all like go to the subway for the HQ and that. I thought we were going to go down in a proper subway and that. No, we were literally in like an underpass bit, and the rest of it was bricked off. I was like, oh, darn.
Yeah, because it was like we were in it for like what, a minute?
Yeah. It wasn't even that. I thought we were going to be in a bit, like The Last of Us, where you have that whole underground train system section. I thought it was going to be like that, but no, it was just like walking under a tunnel, like a bit of road or something.
We've got some comments.
Oh.
Good afternoon, guys. Nice to see your smiling faces as always. That's from John.
Hi, John. Afternoon.
John also says, evening, Donna. And then Donna says, evening, friends. Good evening.
I think Donna said that first, so.
Well, either way.
Either way.
Either way, John doesn't know Donna anyway. So, hi, Donna.
Hi, Donna. Glad you two made it.
What would be great if Donna now put evening associates?
Yeah. Other people in the chat.
Yeah. Evening, everybody else in the chat.
Everybody in the chat say, oh.
But no, that's our comments for the minute.
Yeah.
Going back to Sniper, though, those snipers on that roof, mental.
Oh, my God. Literally, I mean, we got through it easier. It didn't take us like 10 hours to do each chapter in the same way that it did the first one. But those snipers, literally one shot and that's it. And I mean, we stuck our head out for literally like half a second to just get because you're looking for the glint of where they are. And the problem is unlike Sniper 3, where it's desert and you can pretty much see, like you're looking around the horizon and you can see the glint. Because all the buildings, like they have those different shades and stuff, don't they? So you're trying to get a proper bearing of everything. and it's really difficult to see. Well, especially for me, you know, like with the brickwork and stuff, where they, especially when they blend, because you know, when we were running around and they would just appear from nowhere. It's like, where did you come from?
One of the things that annoyed me is they're in the buildings. Unless you see that glint, you can't see them.
Yeah, they're just
And if you can't look, how are you supposed to shoot them?
But you'd stand up, you know, like you'd be behind cover. You'd quickly put your gun out to like snipe them, and they would shoot you before you had a chance to even see where they were. You know, like aim your gun properly.
Yeah.
But the annoying thing is because we played it on Sniper Elite difficulty the whole way through.
We did.
We were playing on. Because did you get it?
What's that?
Did you get the trophy for Sniper Elite? You didn't get it either. Yeah.
No.
So I just wanted to check because we played it on your game. I wasn't maybe sure if you'd got it, and then
No, I did.
we played it on the Sniper Elite difficulty the whole way through. We got all the difficulty trophies except for Sniper Elite because apparently you have to play that difficulty the whole way through the game on your own, and I cannot. That would be so tedious because. I mean, look, we covered each other's backs. You know, obviously you have double the ammo, essentially. I can't imagine going through that whole thing on your own.
Well, you know, to be honest, I think it's harder if you do it double.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, we could resuscitate each other and that is what I'm saying. If you get shot, that's it.
But sometimes they raise the level if you're doing it with two people instead of one.
Yeah,
I haven't tried it yet, but, you know, it could be one of those moments.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I know you played it a bit before I got it.
I did. I played like the first, 3 missions?
Yeah.
And because I remember trying to protect that guy who keeps running and getting shot.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me about your amazing shooting skill? Where you shot through the guy's ear.
Oh, that was awesome.
And then shot the other guy in the head from his ear, where that bullet into the person we were meant to be saving.
I love it when there was one where there was a guy that was hidden behind a car and there was a pillar in front of me, and somehow I literally managed to get him through a sliver of like light, you know, like I could see him move, and I just shot just as I saw movement and it got him, and I was just like, no way. But I did like the shots. I mean, you got some as well when it goes through the sandbags and gets them behind the sandbags. It was just like
I think the best shot of the game this time was by me, and that shot was that one where I shot the Russian guy and the bullet went straight through the star right there.
Through the star on his head.
And it was right in the middle.
Yeah, it was. It was perfectly dead center. I was like, that was just perfect.
I wish I'd have recorded that. If I'd have had that mic recorded, that would have been probably the best shot ever in the game series.
That was easily out of the 2 games that we've played. But
Donna says, evening to everyone else. And John says, Malcolm didn't shoot you and leave you to die, Tash. I'm shocked.
We couldn't shoot each other. It was rather disappointing.
Yeah, the game won't let us do it.
Let us have friendly fire. Oh my God. I mean, we tried. Goodness knows we tried, didn't we?
We did.
It didn't work.
The best part was when there was one bit when I shot Tash from a mile away. She went, there's a sniper. Where is it? Where is it?
That was a lie.
And I'm standing up on the thing while Tash was like a mile away down the thing, checking.
Oh.
And I'm just laughing there for 10 minutes. Tash is going up and down looking for glints.
Oh my God, that was not funny. It's not funny to pick on the partially sighted. Right?
The best part, you got to remember, this was the best part. Tash was trying to shoot a sniper, and the sniper knocked you down. So I shot the guy, then helped Tash show, and then Tash kept trying to shoot the guy and didn't know he was dead, and it was funny.
Okay, look, seriously, picking on the disabled is not fair. Can I explain about this guy though?
Yeah.
Because he was one of they didn't really do this in the 3rd one, which surprised me. Because they were just like already preset in their spots, weren't they? Here they were a lot more random, kind of with a lot of their, I mean, they were generally like in the general vicinity, but certainly on that big area where where they were in the different windows and stuff, they did have a bit more AI to them. But this one particular guy, halfway through the battle, he crawls up to the edge of this ledge that's up in this broken down building. So he is already laying down, and the angle I had, I could only just see the top of his head. You know, like he had the ledge, you had the edge of the ledge, and then just his head. So I thought he was still there, but Malcolm had shot him, and I thought he was still laying there, like ready to shoot. So I'm trying to shoot him, and it's like, you're not getting him. And I'm like, what the bloody hell? And I was like, Malcolm, did you shoot him? He's like, yeah.
Well, do you know what? Do you know what got me with this game was when the subbers moved. They'd move like there was some like they were Dracula, because they'd go like this, like, part Dracula, part bunny.
Yeah.
And they'd go really, really slow. It's like there's no like. If you're shooting them, they'd start moving, and they won't go, "Oh, I could get a headshot right now and get shot in the head." They'd just be like.
I did love getting the moving targets, though. I'd love it when they'd run off, and I'm like, please don't run. I'm very good at moving targets. Bang in the head, you know.
Donna says, no friendly fire, can't be American then. So true. And Alex says, how's it hanging?
Hi, Alex. Glad you made it.
Hi, Alex.
How's yours hanging?
Well, I know mine's hanging long and well, so...
Slightly to left or to right?
Dead in the centre today.
But yeah, no, I've enjoyed it. I think having the break from Resident Evil has helped, you know, to play such a different game. But I feel like it's different enough from 3 that it doesn't feel like it's repeating the same old stuff.
I bought number 1.
Oh, you did?
I bought number 1 on Steam.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to Alex, and Alex said about they had this massive sale on Steam. Like they were saying, like the whole Assassin's Creed, you know, stuff like that.
Really? Yeah.
On the PC for real good money. I looked on there, and 2 and 3 were expensive, like $17, $19. Yeah. But number 1 was like, I think it was like 3 or 5 or something.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. I might.
And I was like, I'll download it and give it a go. You know?
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet, but.
No.
It looks alright. It looks like very old PC, you know, it was all blocks.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'll get to finish off the whole game series. And there is a number 4 coming out.
Oh, really? Because I know 505 have got other games coming out that they've announced, but I didn't see any Sniper Elite.
It's not announced, but it's been said that they're going to be making one at some point.
Right, yeah.
Because I had a look. I looked it up.
Yeah.
And there's going to be another one, but not for a while.
Because, of course, the big thing last week was E3, wasn't it? So we've had an influx of game announcements and that.
Well, we'll get to that after I read this one comment, and then we can talk about the games that we're looking forward to and what other ones they mentioned, yeah?
Yeah.
You know? So you're shooting the dead now, Tash. That's your military skill you got there. And as I always do, I've got to do the faces.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You should have your own little, collection of emojis like Malcolm emojis.
Oh, I like this. The one I got is in alphabetical order.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So look, they announced a lot of games, but at the same time they didn't announce that many either, did they?
Well, the problem is there's a lot of like indie games coming out, aren't there? And a lot of games that because they've got that one coming out by the guy who did DayZ, haven't they? That's coming out on like Xbox or something.
Yeah.
And it cracks me up because there's one that's the Horizon one, Zero Dawn or whatever it's called. Where they've got the games where, say, Kickstarter and stuff like that have brought a lot of games to the front, you know, where crowdfunding. And what cracks me up is you get these games that, like, Sony or Microsoft, they're like, oh, yeah, we want that on our platform, blah, blah, blah. But they don't fund it. They leave it. They send a link. They posted a link to the Kickstarter program so people could continue to fund the project. It's like, that's just stupid because then they benefit, but they don't have to put anything into it.
The thing that annoyed me is I found out Shenmue 3 was coming out.
Yeah.
Right? And I freaked like anything. I freaked more than I did for playing Metal Gear Solid 5. Right? I was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's
Yeah, you know, it's
coming.
huge. You played
Finally.
the
Because
yeah.
it was on the Xbox. Number
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Number 1 was on the Dreamcast. And I was like, come on. Number 3, it's got to come out sooner or later. And then I saw it on there. And I was like, shit. It was on Kickstarter. And it made like 4 or 5 million.
Yeah, because everybody was like, yeah.
And I was looking at like the rewards you could get because I was tempted to pay a chunk myself.
Yeah.
And I was like, I ain't paying this for some sort of jacket or that. Right.
No, exactly.
And then I thought to myself, well, if other people have already gone over for it, I don't need to, do I? Right?
Yeah.
So, but it annoys me because I'm like, I want companies to want to make them. I don't want them to kickstart them because I want to feel like the company was behind it, not the people.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing when the company's not interested and, you know, the developers are like, you know, we want to say like, I mean, there's a lot of games say like, you know, like, because I think the guys that made like Crash Bandicoot, they wanted to do a new game, but they couldn't afford it. So they got like Kickstarter to help them, and they've made a Bandicoot style game. It's essentially the same game, but with different characters. I guess they couldn't get licensing. But they've made, you know, they've made a similar game. And apparently that might be coming to Xbox One and that, but and I can't remember what it's called. But that is the thing. It's one thing when, say, there's nobody there to help bring back, especially these classic games like Shenmue and that nobody is interested in, and because of course it's all this first-person shooter stuff now. But I don't like it when then, say, the big companies see it, they're interested in like putting it on their systems, and they will not contribute anything to help get that put through.
Yeah, they'll make money off it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what cracked me up when I saw the guy that did DayZ. He's got this new game that's like in space or something. And Xbox are like, oh yeah, no, that's exclusive to our console, and it's like, yeah, but this was originally like something that was on early access Steam kind of thing.
Well, the thing that annoys me is I look at Kickstarter and that, and to me, we live in a generation now where we're getting other people to pay for everything we want, right?
Yeah.
If I made this fantastic idea, like let's say I thought, I don't know, I've created this amazing button that does everything in a house if you press the button, you know, like they show in the future.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to get this to happen. I need money for it. I won't go to companies and try and get them to give it to me while I feel like I'm actually doing something. I go on Kickstarter, show it all working and make the money and get it so I then become a multi-millionaire. Yeah. It's lazy. It's boring. The hard work is not what's happening now. Nowadays, we're getting to the point where it's all about asking other people and giving other people money to do stuff because we ain't in that generation where we have to push as hard anymore.
No, exactly.
You know, and this is the problem. I mean, there's multiple stuff like Kickstarter, there's Indigo, and then there's other ones for people who have lost their homes, where people give money. There's people for people that are disabled beyond being able to look after themselves at all, where they're asking for money. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I understand all these things, and I think certain people should be helped with money and stuff. Yeah. But beyond the point, there is a point, and there is a certain limit.
Yeah. Well, also, it doesn't always work. Say something like, I mean, there was a perfect example. I can't remember what the title was, but there was a developer that promised a game. They reached, I think it was to do with like YouTube personalities.
Yeah.
And they wanted to make a game based on these YouTube personalities. It was sent out to some game making company. They raised more than enough money. They reached their target and that. So all the money was collected and that, except the company weren't able to get the game made and it all fell through, which meant all that money was wasted and that. And it was ridiculous. So there's no guarantees sometimes that it's actually going to be, you know, work.
Well, I just don't agree with these things, you know. I just don't. I think that I want to feel a company is making it. I want to feel like the company is producing it. The company has got the money to back it. I feel like from other people paying, it loses so much.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of people won't agree with me on that because they want to have credits in the movie or in the game, depending on what's their comic. But I was when I was looking at the Shenmue ones. There was get a executive credit or whatever in the game, or get
Yeah.
your name in the credits. And I was like, would I pay $5,000 to have my name in credits of a
That's
game?
insane. Yeah.
You know, and people had, and I was like, save that for your retirement fund.
Yeah. Oh, no, so I seriously considered doing an Indiegogo thing for Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk. They're doing their own like fan show kind of thing called Con Man. And I really wanted to. They were doing a big like FU to Fox because of Firefly getting cancelled and stuff. And I wanted to donate to that because I was totally up for that project happening and that. And some of the, like you say, some of the benefits were quite good. You know, there was like signed stuff and this, that, and the other. And I was looking at like, you know, the $50 or whatever, and I was like, actually, like you say, it's like I really want to do this, but at the same time, that money could go to feeding me this week, you know, or something like that. It's just like, well, you know, you're never going to see that money again. You're not. It's not. Doesn't really do you any benefit to be in the credits. It's like. You
know. A couple of comments. Beyond Eyes, the indie game shown at E3 looks fantastic and very beautiful. It's from Donna.
I haven't seen the Beyond Eyes one.
Me neither, to be honest. I saw quite a few. I missed a few though, but I'm gonna watch them. It's just a matter of having the time because it went on for so long.
It went on for so long, exactly.
And John says, so if I wanted to send you and Tash $50 each, you both would say no.
Oh no, you misunderstand. We're totally up for that. You know what though? You know what? I felt so bad. So I put a message, for those who don't know, I put a message on my Facebook because I have friends that buy me presents and it's my birthday next week. So I thought, well, instead of giving me presents, I would, with LFCC coming up, I would be better off with people just giving me the money. So I put this message on Facebook. I was like, if you're looking for present ideas, don't worry, just give me money. And some people were like, oh, how can we get this money? You know, this, that, and the other. I was like, no, I wasn't saying like everybody. I'm not like begging. I just meant generally those people who would normally buy me presents don't worry about me buying me presents, if you know what I mean. But I got the impression some people thought I was out there begging. And I'm like, I'm not begging. I'm just saying presents-wise birthday.
You know, I think when anybody puts stuff like that up, some people think that, you know.
Yeah, but I hated it. I hated putting it. I felt bad putting it, but I just put it as a general thing because I don't have contact with all the people that normally, you know, like Donna and Jane and that. They've very kindly got parties together for me in the past, and people have given me presents. And I just meant it in that general sense that I don't have much contact with a lot of those people, but they're on my Facebook. So I thought I'd just do that, and but I hated doing it. This is the thing. There are some people that have no issue and no scruples about begging. I hated doing that just for birthday presents, you know, kind of thing. It was like.
Well, you know what? I think anything to do with money, everybody gets the wrong idea of that, you know.
Yeah.
You know, unless it's so like, you know, organised. Like, I think people always like, oh, you know, this person wants money because you see it constantly.
Well,
whether it's for the right
or support me thing on your YouTube, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly the same as that.
Yeah.
You put something like that up and people judge you and go, you're a money grabber, you don't appreciate anything, you don't, what do you call it? And it's not that at all. It's just you're giving people an option.
Yeah, to help, you know, produce the videos kind of,
and,
you know.
And where else to tell everybody than Facebook?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So, you know, but it's always good. You got some good responses, though, didn't you?
I did, yeah, I did.
You know? John, you need to step up. You got to put a comment on there.
$50? Now we got $50 offered to us each.
Yeah.
You want to produce videos? Then that'll help.
Yeah, John, I'll expect my $50 later. You know, you could pay for something I want actually, so I'll take that.
If you want a video log video from LFCC, I'll have to be paid to go there.
Tash isn't going there herself, so she's going to make one and go there, especially if you just give her the $50.
Yeah, exactly. I won't make one otherwise. It's too much effort.
It's about a blind girl who sees by sound.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I didn't know that was the title. I had heard of it when it was back in production. It looks beautiful because it is. It's a bit like, do you know Akami, the old like with the paintings and stuff?
Yeah.
It's kind of I did see a video about it. It's basically that they make these pictures up, like it's very artsy kind of thing. But it looks interesting. But again, it's another indie title. AAA games. I mean, you look at the list of AAA games, and we've got what? They're all like franchise reboots. So I mean, we've got Rise of the Tomb Raider, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. A lot of them are Fallout 4, which all look beautiful. I said to you, I'm not a fan of the Ghost Recon series, and yet the new Ghost Recon looks fucking amazing. Just Cause 3, they're all sequels. The AAA games, there's no like real AAA game originals.
I'll butt in here and go, I like independent games, but I've no interest in them. There's some I really like. I want AAA games. I want real games. I'm sick and tired of independent games. I want like PlayStation Plus. I want real games on there.
Yeah, but this is the problem. I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, I'm fed up of the. I'm kind of frustrated because I feel like the only decent new gameplay is coming from indie games, but I don't like the graphics. I like polished graphics unless they're artsy.
I've got some comments here. I'll take 50, John. No strings attached, right? I'll follow that. That's John. John says no strings, Donna, so I'm going to add in here just ropes.
Oh, James.
And to think I was going to get you David Duchovny for your birthday next week.
Oh, you got
John, that would have been impressive. If you could do that, it'd be impressive.
You're going to have to Vancouver.
And Donna says it's in watercolor. Oh.
Yeah, it's in watercolors.
There we go.
Is he going to come with a bow? Because that would be amazing. That I can unwrap,
But where will the bow be? That's the question.
Yeah. Oh no, like I say, I agree with you. I just don't feel like there's any original title. I mean, there's a lot of like PlayStation have got a lot of exclusives coming to their one, whereas I feel like E3 Microsoft mainly focused on the tech, and especially like what cracked me up about that was a lot of it was all like, oh, it's all going to be compatible with Windows 10, and we're waiting to find out if Windows 10 is actually going to be any good.
Well, do you know what? The thing that irritates me is I feel like games are just the same thing, just changed over. A good example of that is Assassin's Creed. It's the exact same game every year. It's just got a different thing. It's normally the same route and same map, just with like different buildings or a different setting. But if you look at it properly, it's the same map. It's just cut down or something.
Well, it's the same mechanics pretty much. I mean, you got your berserk darts, and it cracks me up with this with Syndicate, which was so much better when it had the title Victory. I don't know why they felt the need to change the title, but it cracks me up that they've essentially turned it into Grand Theft Auto Creed. It's just like, why have we got this horse racing?
Well, so this is my trouble with Metal Gear Solid. I'm scared that they're going to make that like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
With this open world concept, are we going to have to go to people, talk to them, and then do missions?
To get missions. Yeah, exactly.
And that's something that scares me, because Metal Gear Solid was a linear kind of, where it was big. It was linear in the fact that you always knew where you were going.
Well, and because so much of it was the FMVs and it was so story driven. Whereas, like sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
And does this mean that the game is just going to be all over the place? Because I have problems with that. Because to me, they've took Metal Gear Solid, and they're trying to make it bigger and more epic and so forth. But this could be what ruins the franchise as well, because the stories were so closed in. They were so listening. Like, are we going to have cutscenes like we used to, where they went on forever, but we enjoyed them? Or are we going to get these stupid storylines now where, like, that thing in his head and all these things,
Yeah, exactly. Well, we've been, as I posted on your Facebook, we've been waiting so long just that they could work down to an art, the dog's taking a piss in the middle of the desert.
Again, this is what gets me. Are we going to have a dog companion? Because if we are, I don't like it. I like it if dogs come after us. but I
Yeah.
don't want dog companion because it's something else I've got to look after.
Well, I don't mind in Fallout 4. And I am looking forward to Fallout 4 definitely, because I know Alex asked us about that last week. But the whole idea with Metal Gear Solid was it always you were solitary. And, I mean, even when Raiden was there, you weren't, you know, it was always that they were on their own. I mean, you had some help, but as much as Raiden was the most awful fucking character
I always
ever,
felt like in number 2 at the end it just showed Raiden and Vamp getting it on.
yeah,
With the paper watching in the background.
yeah,
Because they both are the two biggest gay characters in the whole game.
they are so camp. It's amazing.
Right? And I got nothing against gay people
No,
at
no,
all.
no, we're
but
not saying. Yeah.
I just was like, you know, there's no way that
I didn't
Raiden
believe
would
for
have
a
been
second
with
girlfriend.
that girl. He would
Yeah.
never have been with her. Right? Vamp always was giving him the eye, like, you know, I just think there to be this massive, especially in number 4 when they fight each other.
Yeah,
Why didn't they just kiss? It was obvious that there was sexual tension there.
yeah,
You know? Oh, you're a robot now. Come
yeah.
on, give me some of your metal. Yeah. You know, it won't hurt me because I'm invincible. You know. But
What cracked me up with E3 though was the announcement. I like the way they made a big deal over FIFA 16. It's like, but FIFA's out every year. Why is this a big announcement
you
at
know
E3?
what? This is the thing that annoys me. FIFA and the WWE game,
Yeah.
they always go a step forward and they go 3 steps back.
Sorry, I didn't mean to change the subject quickly from about
no, that's
Metal
all
Gear.
right.
It was just,
We're talking about the conference thing. I'm sure
Yeah.
we'll bring it up again later on anyway.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
The problem with the FIFA games and wrestling games is the mechanics normally are the same, or they change them up a bit and they ruin the games.
Yeah.
The quality of the pictures never as good as it could be. You know, the games are repetitive and boring. I had the latest SmackDown game and I was like, oh, I can't bother with this because it bores me bores me shitless.
Yeah.
With FIFA games, they're great and everything, but they're exactly the same. Unless you want to feel that watches football constantly and wants to play as those two teams and try and reenact what happened, you're going to be bored forever, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So to me, they're the less interesting games to show at those places because they've got no real mechanics to them that you care about.
Well, this is the thing, because the whole idea of E3, and it's not the only idea. I mean, at the end of the day, it's electronics, entertainment thing. But it always cracks me up when they do this. They have the conference where the different, like EA and that. EA are like, yeah, we have FIFA 16. It's like, yay, it's the same old game. Like Alex is going to be sat there going, it's not the same game. It's got this new mechanic and this new mechanic. But I mean, at least, that was what cracked me up because, of course, Ubisoft, who have got a slew of games, Ubisoft actually genuinely surprised me with their E3 announcements because there are so many games they've got coming out. And as I said, I'm so happy that there's a new South Park game. And I'll get into that in a second because Husey has asked us a question on the YouTube channel. But what cracked me up is they announced Rainbow Six, the Siege one, but we've known about Siege for months, so it's never. I don't like it when they unveil stuff that we've known about. I like it when they unveil stuff that we have no clue about.
Well, the thing is, we've known about games like Mad Max, we've known about Assassin's Creed, we've known about Metal Gear Solid for nearly a year,
Yeah.
And I think
didn't feel like
problem.
anything new was really shown off with some of those games. It was like,
I mean, when we answer Hughes' question, I think we should avoid those ones.
Yeah.
Because we already knew they were coming out anyway.
We knew, yeah, exactly.
So Hughes says, what games are you looking forward to playing but was shown at E3?
I will say, I don't have an Xbox One, but oh no, I think it is coming out on PS4 as well. But For Honor with Vikings, me, Donna, and our mate James were talking about it. We were saying it looks like it might be our new Assassin's Creed Unity. Like that you can play together. Yeah. A group of Vikings. It looks really beautiful, and it looks like a lot of fun. Smashing the crap out of everything with hammers and that. I'm looking forward to that. Like I say, I didn't know there was a new South Park coming out at all, so that was an announcement that I was really happy about. Especially because they're going to be dealing with the Coon and Friends as opposed to doing the Wizard stuff again. I am a bit upset that they've dumped. It looks like Ubisoft have dumped Obsidian Entertainment, who helped develop the last game. So I do have concerns that they might just take a lot of assets from Stick of, because it's been released so close after Stick of Truth as well.
Yeah.
I'm kind of worried that they might just be copying and pasting a lot of the assets, like the maps and the items and stuff. I don't know, but I have a few concerns. But at the same time, you know what? If it was essentially Stick of Truth again, but with the a new story and the Coon and Friends, I wouldn't mind if it was the same gameplay, because I didn't mind it. I enjoyed the game, like, just comedically and stuff enough to. I mean, I've played it on Xbox and PS4 now, PS3, and I've enjoyed playing it both times. So I wouldn't mind playing it again with different characters. There's stuff like, I mean, you say some, and I'll say
I would say, one of the things I did like the look of was the new Walking Dead one. The Telltale's one.
Yeah, Telltale.
I thought that looked good, but the fact that it could just be a DLC, like 400 days kind of annoyed me.
Yeah.
Because it'd be great if it was its own story.
Yeah.
Rise of the Tomb Raider, I think, would be interesting. Hopefully it'll be better than the last one.
Well, it's more, from what I saw on the coverage, they were talking that it is focusing more on her. Because wasn't there, like, they said that there was a line in the first one where it was like, oh, I don't like tombs. But they said it's more, in this new game, it's like she's becoming more, doing more of the whole tomb stuff. So it does apparently feel like she's more into that kind of thing.
Well, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to, let's say, I'm looking down this list because there was one.
Like I say, Ghost Recon surprised me. Just the different the different approaches you can take to different things.
Well, I know Donna's going to be happy. There's a new Harvest Moon.
Oh, is there?
Yep, the Harvest Moon Seeds of Memories.
I'm glad they're doing a Mario and Luigi paper kind of thing, jam.
I'm not happy that they announced Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. Because to me, that's not a new game.
Oh, did you see? They announced Resident Evil 0 that was only available on the GameCube. Like they had with the remaster of Resident Evil. They're remastering for PS4 and Xbox Resident Evil 0, which was the one with Rebecca and that weirdo guy.
I saw that was announced in HD, so hopefully it'll be really good.
I'm happy because I'm going to get to play it on, the PS3, PS4, whatever. But at the same time, I mean, it's sad that Capcom, they've clearly come a cropper with the whole Resident Evil series, that they've essentially got to remaster their classic games that made them popular in the first place.
Well, it seems like the two things that they focus on the most are Resident Evil and Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
And they're too similar to each other.
Yeah. Nintendo were the most disappointing at this year's E3. I just feel like they're just making the same old games. And they didn't bring any new tech, really, to the...
John says, some of my friends look so forward to the new John Madden game every year. It's been all the same for years. The graphics are a little bit better, but I've never understood the hype about the Madden football games. Same thing every year. And Donna says, love Harvest Moon.
You should be happy about. I didn't know they were making a new Harvest Moon. I think I heard about it, but I didn't really take it in because I'm not a Harvest Moon fan. So,
well, I would have preferred an
an
Animal Crossing game on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I am kind of. I know it's. It would have been nice to have a new version of those.
Why can't they do that? Like, why can't they make like a Grand Theft Auto game, but it isn't Grand Theft Auto, but actions go by every day. Like, you can go to the coffee shop and you can get a coffee and you can hit on people and live a whole life in a game on your own where it's just you and all these people, and you take them on dates and then you sleep with them, they have babies, and then you can leave them and have babies with someone else, and then get this child maintenance problems, and all in a game where you're just playing it single player. You know what I mean? That'd be awesome. That's what I
But
want.
yeah,
Maybe I should start a Kickstarter about
you
wanting
can
to make
start
a
a
game.
Kickstarter. Yeah, you just got to find somebody that will actually make it.
But that's the thing. I looked up, and Grand Theft Auto 5 cost about 500 million to make.
Yeah.
Right? How much it cost me to make?
Can you imagine? Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
think my main thing. Sorry, no, you carry.
no, go on.
No, I'll say after you've said. Sorry.
No, go on.
I think the main thing I took away from this year's E3 was that I worried at Sony, because they've been ahead with the whole, like in the PS4 Xbox One battle, because PS4 has been ahead in that sense, technologically in that. I feel like they've kind of got complacent, because their main focus at E3 was announcing a lot of exclusive titles, like the Tomorrow Children and obviously Uncharted 4 and stuff. Whereas Microsoft focus more, as I said before, they focus more on their technology. And of course, they were showing off the HoloLens and that, which cracks me up, because they were showing how it runs on a tablet as opposed to, on anything else, which doesn't really give you a proper sense of how it works. But they mainly focused on the technology side and how they're working with Steam and, like compatible with that sense, and that they're going to be working with Valve's VR and stuff like that. And of course, the big announcement that they're doing backwards compatibility. And now they've left Sony behind in that sense, because, Nintendo's backwards compatible with everything. Now Xbox is going to be backwards compatible. And I know I'm talking and you can't hear me, sorry.
That's right. I just want to shut the window because it was starting to get louder.
No, I was saying, sorry, I'm aware that, Microsoft have done their backwards compatibility announcement, and they've essentially left Sony behind, because now all of Nintendo stuff for the Wii U and the 3DS are backwards compatible with their previous versions. And I know they're only going to do like a library of like 100, and then it'll be voting for previous titles that people can get like compatible. But it's still leaving Sony. It does make me sad that Sony haven't done the whole back. I know they're making lots of money on the HD collections and that, but...
Well, the thing that annoys me about is the fact that it shows they could do that all along anyway. It's just that they choose
It's just
not
another
to.
patch. Yeah, exactly.
It's
the
like
technology's there. All you need is
it's like the whole Blu-ray 3D thing. All they had to do was put a patch on it. And we're like, well, if it's already there, give us that.
Yeah. Exactly.
And Microsoft doesn't surprise me. They've been about doing technology since before they even did consoles, so I wouldn't expect any less from them, to be honest, because that's what they should have stuck with.
Yeah.
When Microsoft went to the gaming consoles, that was just their way of trying to make even more money and steam from other companies.
Yeah. It does make me sad, though, that they're not doing anything to release titles that make you want to buy an Xbox One.
I mean, let's be honest. When you look at a company and you think gaming, you look at Nintendo and you go, "Yeah, that's always been gaming."
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Sony wasn't always gaming. Microsoft wasn't always gaming. So and kind of when Sony got into it, Xbox didn't come that far behind either.
Yeah.
We're looking at what the Xbox came out around the same time as the PS2.
Yeah, that must. Yeah.
That generation. So Sony came like years and years before it, but Nintendo's always been around. That's the sad thing about Sega being gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you had two real gaming companies.
Yeah, exactly.
But for Microsoft and for Sony, it's not that at all. It's just another part of their product.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that makes me upset, because we could one day get Samsung come in the mix with their console. Steam are trying to make their own console with Alienware.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And it's not even really about gaming anymore. It's about just being on the market.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. I see Microsoft, and I see them being like Apple in a way, in the, their HoloLens and, even the Xbox Ones, it's all going to be compatible with Windows 10, which means you can connect it with your PC. And I'm just like, I don't need to be sat here with everything connected to each other, kind of thing.
I remember when I remember back ages ago when they first put where you could listen to music and you could watch films on your console and that. And I used to sit there going, I don't want all this. I just want to play games.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, well, we know because we just got the media player on the PS4, didn't we?
Yeah, exactly. So... Good example. I tried putting my hard drive to it. Couldn't watch anything off it. Wasn't registered. What's the point in having it if I can't do that? This is the thing that annoys me. I get tired of these half-assed stuff. I don't want a media player. I don't want music. If I want music, I listen to it on the computer or I'll listen to it on a Walkman or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
I don't want it on my PS4. I don't want it on my PS3. I don't want to put it in games. I want to listen to the games music. I want to be a purist, you know. I don't want to watch films on the PS3. I don't want to watch them on the PS4. Yeah, they're great because I can watch Blu-rays now. But this takes away from what the meaning of the consoles are. It turns them into a multimedia player instead of a games console.
Entertainment system, you know, like as opposed to, like you say, games console.
You know, I remember playing the PlayStation 1. I put a game in there. That's all I cared about was playing that game.
Yeah.
You know, now all it's about is, oh, I'll get a PlayStation because it's got a Blu-ray player in it. I'll get an Xbox One because it's got a Blu-ray player in it. I don't care about those people. They can go sod themselves as far as I'm concerned. Right? I care about people that want a game. Right? That's why I bought a PlayStation 4. That's why I bought 4 of them, in fact. Because I want to play games. I don't want to have to watch stuff on them. Am I trying to be horrible about this one for the Blu-rays? No, I'm not. But I'm saying my view of it. You know, it's probably cheaper to get that than buy a Blu-ray player because you can play games as well and all sorts of stuff. But I want them to take, if they do the PlayStation 5, take the Blu-ray player out, take out the music, take out the shop, and just let us buy our games in the stores. Because that's what real gaming is. Going in a store, picking out games that you have no idea about and enjoying them. One of the day.
Well, I totally disagree, but no, I agree with what you're saying. I do love, you know, the fact that we are able to do so much more now with the technology, but I just don't get. I mean, obviously, you know, the PlayStation is what I watch my Blu-rays on, kind of thing. So I won't argue with the Blu-ray player being on it, but I do think it's stupid, this whole media player, because back when the PS1 was out, you could put a CD in and listen to music, and there was no need to have any extra media player. Now, I don't know. Now, at least with the PS3 and like the Xbox, you could, like you were saying about putting your hard drive on, you could plug in a USB stick with music on, and you could listen to it while you were playing a game via the same system.
Yeah.
Why have we had to wait so long to get a media player on the frigging PS4? Why wasn't this initially there when it was released? I'm fed up with all this stuff, like with the new consoles. You know, like you say, with the compatibility, the technology's there. I just feel like we're being like, every now and then it's like, oh, you can get a little more, we'll give you a little more access to what's actually available with this like we'll unlock a few more bits on the tech, you know.
Go back to the Blu-ray player thing quickly.
Yeah.
I understand why you like it because the Blu-ray player. I understand why a lot of people did. That's what I was trying to say earlier. I was trying to say I understand that point of view, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is for me, people end up wearing their console down because they're watching movies. They're not playing games.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
That's
exactly.
the problem I have because it ruins the laser. It stops it working properly after a certain period. You think about it. I watch sometimes 4 to 5 movies a day, right?
Yeah.
I watch them all with my player, right? I'm not getting the best out of my gaming console because it's become my movie watching.
Because it's become, yeah.
You know, and that's my problem with that. I understand people enjoying it. I understand people enjoying everything that's in there. But the problem is, I want to have a Blu-ray player instead of having it on my console because I want my console to last longer because I'm enjoying my games on it.
No, I get what you mean because I see so many people like sell like PS4s and that, and they're like, oh, I bought it to watch my Blu-rays, but I don't do much else with it. It's like, well, why buy a frigging $400 console when you could probably buy a Blu-ray player that's only $200, and then if you're not going to use it for both things, then it's completely pointless, kind of thing.
I think Donovan makes a good point here. I think sometimes people go for multi-purpose systems because tech takes up so much room. All ours are separate, but I do understand why students, for example, would want multi-devices due to space issues.
Yeah, no, I
You know,
completely agree.
and I do agree with that, and I understand that completely. But I think that you have to have certain things which are not connected so that you get the best out of them.
Mm.
You know, I've worn out PlayStation 3s like crazy from watching stuff on them because that's what I do. I watch stuff for more on the system than I would game because there ain't enough games that I want to play.
No,
But
yeah.
I can watch 5 to 6 movies a day if I've got that type of day, and just run straight through it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I don't like it. That's why I think people should end up having their own Blu-ray players instead of the consoles, because that way you're ruining maybe an $80 or £70 Blu-ray player if you've got a fairly decent one instead of a $400, $500 system.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I completely agree, and I think this is a thing like, you know, especially the controversy when the Xbox One was first announced, and they were like, oh, it needs to be connected to the internet all the time, the Connect needs to be on all the time, and you know, it was a huge hoo-ha in that. And then they had to like backtrack and go, oh, actually, it doesn't need to be connected to the internet all the time. And it's like, well, you know, I mean, we've said in previous chats, you remember the time when you could just put a disc in, play the game, and that was it. And now it's just like, you know.
Well, this is another thing that irritates me. When I put a game if I haven't played for ages, I've got to download a patch.
Yeah.
I've got that, or I've put on my system,
file.
and I'm like, I want to play something for an hour, and then there's an update file that takes 2 hours, and I don't end up playing the game.
Yeah.
That's what annoys me, because if I want to do some gaming, I want a game. You know, I don't want to go, like today I put on Batman Arkham Origins. And it took about an hour and a half to install the game, and I forgot all about that. And I was like, oh. So now I probably won't end up playing it till after Arkham Knight.
Yeah. Well, we had this
that.
where I turned on the console to play Far Cry 4, and PSN was down, and it kept going connecting, and I'm like, I don't want to connect. I just want to play the game on my own. You know, we weren't playing it, and I'm just like, and it kept just going connecting, and it wouldn't let me exit the little connecting bit, and I'm just like, for goodness sakes, you know.
So this is another thing that annoys me as well. On the PS3, you can be invisible.
Yeah.
On the PS4, you can't be.
No. At least I can sign out on the PS3.
Yeah, exactly. On the PS3, you can sign out. On PS4, you have to be signed in.
Yeah.
So you don't get any privacy.
Yeah. I mean, you can technically turn off your internet, but you shouldn't have to do that. I mean, like, when you you know, like if you put your like, I mean, we've had it where, say, like one of us or both of us will put our controllers on to charge, and you know, like the PS4, you can put it in rest mode so it's not on while it's charging, but it still shows you was online because it still leaves you connected. Now, I know you can change the settings and that so that you're not online, but if you want to download any update patches or that while while your console's turned up, excuse me, it still, like you say, it still shows you as online to everyone. Whereas at least with it's annoying that you can't show as invisible, because you got people that, I mean, like you've had it where you've been charging your controller, and I'm like, oh, he's online, and it's like, no, if it shows I'm not playing a game, then I'm charging the controller.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, we had it, didn't we? Like you just said, where you were trying to contact me for like half an hour.
Yeah.
Sending me invites to talk and be in the chat thing because we were going to game that day, and we thought, oh, it's half an hour early.
Yeah.
And I don't like those things because I feel like sometimes I'll have it on and I'll get like 50 messages.
Yeah.
From the same person. Yeah, it's Tash going, where are you? Why are you ignoring me? No, it's normally someone else, but it annoys the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people feeling like I'm ignoring them.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, this is the thing, you know, I've said about Facebook. I rarely use Facebook, but if I share a video from YouTube, everybody's like, oh, she's on Facebook. It's like, no, I was on YouTube, but I just shared a video. It's like, I don't use Facebook that much, but it is the same kind of premise, isn't it? It's just like, everybody thinks you're always there to, and it's just like, no.
Well,
and you unfortunately can't hide it.
The problem is we live in a world now where everybody expects their boy to be there like that.
Yeah.
Because of Facebook, because of all these multimedia things.
Well, mobile phones and that. Everybody having everything on your mobile phone.
Like, because let's say you've got your Facebook connected to your phone, right?
Yeah.
I send you a message, you get that bing, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you are. This isn't how I'm stating, general people.
No, I'm just.
You get that bing, you go, oh, look, I've got a message from Malk. Maybe I'll respond to that later, or I'll respond to it now because I'm not doing anything, right?
Yeah.
Most people now, they think that as soon as they send that message, you should get back to them within a minute or two.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're being highly rude and insensitive, especially if they see you are online.
Yeah.
When in fact, that could be you on your mobile looking at something else, but your Facebook app is actually open on that phone.
Yeah.
When I used to have my iPhone, people would send me messages and I wouldn't even be on Facebook, but my Facebook app would be on.
Exactly. Especially because it says now, it tells people when you viewed the message. It's just like, oh, for goodness sake.
I don't like that. I don't like that either, because it's like, if you can see it, why haven't you responded?
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't like that, because I think that's really, again, that's stopping your privacy.
Yeah. Well, especially if you open it by accident. I mean, my phone isn't like, say, because of saving the battery, I don't have it so that the internet's on when the phone's turned, like on standby kind of thing. I have it so it only connects to the internet when I turn it on. Yeah. So when I turn it on and it bings, it automatically comes up with a notification that you can't help but say like open or something, and then it goes, oh, you've read the message, and I'm like, no, I just accidentally opened the app or something, and it's like.
Well, that's why if I see messages from people, if I'm not ready to talk to them, I don't open them.
Yeah.
That's not always the case. That's probably about 10% of the case.
Yeah.
Because let's say I get up in the morning and I'm absolutely shattered. I don't want to have a conversation with somebody if I'm completely messed up.
Yeah.
Because that way they're not going to get my full attention.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I had to, this morning, like I say, I had a pounding headache. And Donna texted me, and I could barely read because of my eyes being funny because of my headache and that. So I gave her a phone call instead because I was like, I can't see to write, kind of thing. So
you went, I just called to answer your text.
Yeah, exactly.
But now I've answered, I'll put down the phone.
Yeah, exactly. I know you texted, I can't see what it says, but hi.
I see again, another text comes through. I just called again to answer. But it annoys me because my cousin is a prime example. Me and my cousin used to go out all the time. They'd get Facebook messages and we'd be in the middle of a street and he'd stop and he'd start responding to them.
Yeah.
Right? The amount of times I would grab hold of his phone and fight in front of a car to get knocked because I get so fed up of it, because I'd be like, answer them when we're not spending time together. Right? Yeah. And the same thing happened to me when I used to go around my mum's and I said to my mum, don't worry, and I'd turn off my phone and I'd talk to her. I won't answer.
Yeah. Mm.
But people, they're so addicted to this stuff.
Yeah.
My cousin was this, when you were in England, I could get hold of you within 10 minutes. Now that you're in America, it's about 6-7 hours. I don't know what's going on. And then I go, well, contact me the day before about it. Right? That annoys me.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody can't be where everybody wants them to be in that minute, No. If I had a mobile phone, I was out of Donna, I wouldn't respond to messages because I'm being more important spending time with my wife. You know what I mean? But people don't see that. They go, oh, you ain't got a life because you're on Facebook, so I'll send you a message, I'll take it all up. And I'm not saying that about people because I love the messages I get from people, because none of the people that I've messages from feel that way.
Yeah, we're not saying that, but yeah.
But there are people, but when you do see that, like for instance, if I was talking to my old friend Zach, right? Yeah. He's Texan, he's nutty, he's fucking crazy, or he was, I should say. Right? He would send me a message, Malk, where are you, Malk? Malk. And by the time I answered, I'd have like 300 messages. Malk, why aren't you answering? Why won't you? They're the people that get on my nerves.
Yeah. exactly.
You know?
It's like you say, it's that kind of thing where, you know, we're not saying, you know, we don't appreciate the messages and that, but you know, me and Donna were talking about this. Do you remember a time when you could, you know, you try and phone somebody and they didn't answer, and it meant they were out having a life? And now all of a sudden, if you don't answer within seconds, that's how, you know, I've said about, like, Jane will try phoning my mobile, and then she'll phone my home phone, and then she'll phone my mobile again. It's like, if I'm not answering, there's probably a reason, you know.
Well, I'll bury these 2 comments because one's from Donna. Donna says, excellent chat this evening, guys. Pop in to pick up hubby and get milkshakes. Oh. Changed my mind, Tash. Really fancy one. No. Hope to be back in time to see more chat. Happy 30th chat. Thank you, Donna.
Oh, thanks, Donna.
Enjoy
your milkshake.
That was good. And,
that was well synced.
And John said, does your console full stop when you have to update all the other apps that are included with it? Do you know what? As far as I'm concerned, that's never happened. Not on the PS4 anyway.
Not on the PS4, no.
I think on the PS3 it did.
Yeah.
But the PS4 goes seamlessly for all that stuff. It's just when
it does it in the background while you're playing, so.
Because John's been a bit of a coward, and I'm going to tell you why. Yeah. John told me he was going to buy a PS3 and play tennis with me.
Yeah, you were going to be all, yeah.
Yeah, this was over a month ago now, right? And I'm going to be honest with you, I think he's scared because he knows I'm going to kick his ass. So, John, right now, I'm telling you, with my talking crap, right, you know, I'm going to tell you, but you are scared to play tennis with me, so you haven't got one. All right? You ain't got the balls to face a real man, you say?
You got to do your wrestling. You're a wuss.
No, go. You're a wuss. You can't take me. And because you can't take me, you're scared. PS3. Yeah.
Batman.
I'm Batman. You know, one day I should come on, shouldn't I, and just have the mask be like, yeah, Batman's in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on as Catwoman.
What was that? You broke up then. You broke up then. What?
I said, I'll come on as Catwoman.
Oh dear. Yeah, you can come in all that leather and stuff. Yeah.
I like the Michelle Pfeiffer one with all the zips.
Oh, that'd be quite funny actually.
Oh dear.
Have me walking around like this. I'm Batman. And going around really, really looking like an idiot. I'll get back nipples too to make it even better.
Oh yeah, even better.
And you can be
back credit card.
Yeah, with my back credit card. You know, John can be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Guys, Uncle Ben. With great power comes great responsibility. So I'm going to sleep with 2 different women and fall in love twice in my life within just a short period of time. And I'm only 16.
I'm going to totally get over Gwen quickly enough to then sleep with Mary Jane. It's going to be
fun. What I want is, how the hell could he get over Gwen Stacy? She was so sexy, right? Mary Jane Watson has nothing on Gwen Stacy. You know, when I look at Kirsten Dunst and I look at Emma Stone, I'm like, bloody hell, Emma Stone all the way.
Oh dear, threats from John have been fired.
I'm going to go all Roger Federer on your ass, Malcolm. When I get the PSG, I'm going to have you crying like a little girl.
Oh dear.
Big words.
Back to those ropes and chains, is it?
Big words from a Peter Parker wannabe.
Oh dear.
All right. You get that PS3. I'll decimate you. I'll record it. I'll put it on YouTube, and I'll put a video track of me just laughing the whole time. All right? Yeah. I'll show you why they call me the best in the world. Yeah. So I used to play tennis all the time. My friend Alan back in the day, we used to play it for 8 hours straight.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I used to beat him every single time.
Ah, so you're like old pro at it, kind of.
He used to have this thing, right, about getting sports games.
Yeah.
And he'd go, let's play a sports game. He'd always get the game. He'd say, Mel, you get one, you play with me. And I would. And I'd always beat him.
Yeah.
Without even knowing the game. Football, whatever.
Yeah.
Tennis, ping pong, basketball, Madden, you name it, I'd beat them on it.
Oh.
And then Rainbow Six, Las Vegas.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was going to actually ask you what your thoughts are on the return of Guitar Hero and band Rock Band. Yeah.
You know what? I've always wanted to play those games fully. You know.
Oh, have you not played them?
I've played them. I've never played them to their full potential. You know, when you've got the whole group.
Yeah, the whole group. Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that, but I've never been able to. You know.
No. Yeah.
And I think if you can, their games are fantastic.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I got to do it once on Guitar Hero World Tour.
Yeah.
There was a group of us that managed to do it one Christmas party. But other than that, I've not been able to do it since. But I will say that one time we got to do it, it was so much fun. It was hilarious.
Yeah. And that's what those games are for. And I'm happy they're coming back because for people that get to do that, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, me, I've only ever been able to do either the singing, the guitar, or whatnot. You know.
Yeah.
And I've always felt like that makes the game like a fifth of what it could be.
Yeah.
You know, because I had Lego Rock Band and I love doing the guitar, I love doing the singing, you know, and so forth. But because I never had a group of friends, I couldn't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I'm glad they're coming back. I just hope they have good songs and stuff.
Yeah, that's because I know Guitar Hero is going to go back to its roots and focus more on the guitar side. The thing that annoys me is whereas Rock Band are focusing on, they're going to make sure that they're compatible with your old peripherals. Guitar Hero, you have to buy a whole new guitar for it. And I think that's really, you know what, like, in case you didn't have enough of these peripherals stuck up in your attic or wherever, you've now got to go buy a new guitar just so it works with Guitar Hero 4. It's like a real Guitar Hero Live or whatever, because they've got like live like actual footage instead of the cartoonish ones that are in Rock Band. I'm not particularly impressed from what I've seen with Rock Band's lineup of songs. Yeah. But I think I would be more likely to buy Rock Band if I was going to get it, just because it will work with my my kit from the previous games.
Well, I think that's a bit cheeky, you know. Yeah. But some of them ain't.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know,
because I love playing the drums and playing bass, so I'm more likely to get that than. I'm not going to get Guitar Hero where you can only play you know, guitar.
You know what to do, didn't you? You get the game when I visit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Me, you, Donna, will just be like,
yeah. Get some singing in there, you know. Yeah. Record it a bit, yeah. Be like, woo, you know. You know, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be amazing. We definitely have to do that.
I'm looking forward to the Rock Band return. I did play it pretty well. Hope there's a lot more choice of songs this time around. That's John.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think it's one of those games that I enjoy, but I would enjoy with people because I never got to.
Yeah.
You know, one of my favourite games of all time was the X Factor game.
Oh yeah, I never played that one.
It was horrendous. But I used to always win. Right?
Yeah.
And you could win just going like this. And you win. You didn't even have to sing. I'd sing. One time, I said to my friend Alan, I said, look, come on, you can do a duet with me. All right?
Yeah.
No, we're supposed to be hard men, Malk. No. I went, come on. No. So I got up and started singing. Some of the kids outside went, shut the hell up in there. Oh, you know, he said, see, they're right. You need to shut up. And I was like, blah, blah, blah. And I went, I won. And he was like, I'm gone. But, yeah. So anyway,
I love playing the Beatles rock band one. That was fun to do. And like I said, I do love Guitar Hero World Tour because I just love the mix of different songs. Band Hero I enjoyed as well.
You like the ABBA one as well, didn't you?
What one?
The ABBA one.
Oh yeah, that's SingStar though, ABBA. So
SingStar.
I love the SingStar games.
I always get them mixed
ABBA,
up.
I've got the ABBA one and the Queen one. and Motown. They're my favourites.
Tell me you've got the High School Musical one.
No, I haven't.
I'm gonna have to pick that up then.
I know, that'll be my birthday present, won't it? Just
50p from CEX, cheap.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I'm easily entertained.
And then when I get there, I can sing the chorus and everything. You see?
You know all the lyrics. That's the thing.
I know lyrics from those films off by heart. I've seen them millions of times. How sad is that?
It's not sad. It's just they're not my thing personally, but
Pulse it on you.
Young Zac Efron just
Pulse the songs on you. You'll be one day you'll be doing stuff and you'll just hear me singing the songs outside your door.
It's all those sparkly children with glowing white teeth and that. It's really disconcerting. It's like
it's so weird. It's so weird that American actors have that glowing white teeth that just goes bing.
It's like watching the Osmonds or something. It's
yeah. It's one of the creepiest things you ever see in your life.
It's like Village of the Damned, you know, with the kids with the white hair and blonde hair and that. It's just like that.
Well, you know, this movie here, right? This is an Australian film. I was going to watch it, right? Because it sounds so crazy. I was reading a review on it, and there's this gardener or something that works for the woman who's a psychopath, right?
Yeah.
And she torments him, so he rapes her, and then he grabs all of her upside down, right? And basically drowns her in a fish tank straight after.
What?
And I'm like, so he goes from raping her to lifting her upside down and going like this into a fish tank.
Okay, right? As you do, yeah.
Her sister, who's visiting that same day, walks around the place where it's quiet. He starts stalking her.
Yeah.
And I've not seen the film, so I can't tell the rest, but and all that. And that's what I made a review. And I was like, it sounds so bad.
Yeah. That sounds really like I don't know that movie at all, but that sounds bizarre.
It came out in like 1981 or 3.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like the kind of classic slasher, like not video nasties kind of thing.
No, it's not video nasty, I don't think. It's one of those films I've never heard of, and I bought it because I saw it cheap. It was a Code Red title.
Ah, right, yeah. It looks like if I was just judging that from the top, I'd think it was Hancock. It looks a bit like.
What that?
Yeah, because I mean, not quite, but because like Hancock, he has those like the glasses and his goatee and that.
Well, the only show I found this was really, really bad quality.
Oh really? Yeah.
And since it's the Blu-ray, I wonder if it's properly remastered.
Yeah.
But anyway, Mardi Gras Massacre needs to be on Blu-ray.
Oh, is that not still out? Or
maybe I should get Kickstarter for that.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
I want that offer. Mardi Gras Massacre on Blu-ray, right? Yeah. I need $10,000 to do it, and I could start my own bloody Blu-ray releasing company, couldn't I? Wouldn't that be awesome?
At this rate, I'm going to start a frigging Kickstarter for the X-Files on Blu-ray. It's a frigging England.
There you go, see? Actually, I'm surprised they didn't do that for the revival, because that would have got big money.
They still might, like release it in conjunction with the revival, like next January. I don't know. I'm just annoyed that it's been, released in Germany, but still no news on, English localization kind of thing. So
it's annoying. Well, what annoyed me? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out on Blu-ray in Germany.
Oh yeah.
The classic animated show.
Yeah.
But it's only in German. No. That was like.
I want to get season 1 as it is on DVD.
I own them all on DVD over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very cheap. They're like what, $5 each over there. But if you buy them imported, like if you buy them from eBay or something, they're like £12 each, and you're just like, F off.
Yeah.
No, we've got a comment. Did you enjoy Pumpkinhead, Mel? Do you know what? I wish I could say yes, but I never got to watch it. I was too busy talking to Donna and.
How dare you speak to your wife?
Yes, how dare I talk to my wife? lately I've been feeling very close to Donna because of what's been going on in my life. So I've been kind of spending as much time with Donna as I can in
Yeah.
ways, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
You're helping.
so you know, I was going to watch the movie. I did promise John this morning I was going to watch it, but I might end up watching it tonight. You know, it's one of those things where lately I've been a little bit hit and miss with a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, and one minute I'll be like, oh, you know what, I'm going to watch this. The next day I'll be watching it going, oh, this is boring me, even though it's something I would normally enjoy. So
yeah.
I've just been like, oh, well, because I'm taking a break from YouTube, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm just doing like these chats and doing maybe the review of John of Exterminator the Year 3000, you know.
Yeah.
But not doing much because I want to relax. I want to get myself sorted because I've got so much going on, you know.
Well, it's like, you know, I was discussing with you, I'm going to take the weekends off now from doing movie nights because it's getting too stressful with, you know, because I want to do, obviously, I'm working on the X-Files game review. You know, there's other stuff that you know of that I'm trying to work on and that. But I'm not finding time to focus on that, but at the same time, focus on my own, like, general life, you know, like kind
Well,
of.
it's like what you said, wasn't it, about watching stuff, you know.
Yeah.
You want to watch stuff which is on your, you know, like recorded on your TV thing.
Yeah.
But you don't get around to it, and then you're way behind on what you really want to know. You know?
Exactly.
So it can be very hard. That's why I'm not pushing myself. And to be honest with you, I think that's why the weekends are good to have off.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, because I mean, like, say, like the chat tonight, we'll be going on, you know, until after 11 and that. And then I got Saving Private Ryan, which is like a 3-hour movie. So I'm not going to go to bed till late out, you know, early hours in the morning kind of thing. And the rest of the week, it's not that I mind doing it, but I mean, this, you know, with your own, it's how you burn out is when you keep doing so much, and especially watching movies, it takes away the fun from watching them. So it's just trying to pace self, and it is important to take time off, and especially like with you, and especially, I mean, not just because of health, but also you're married, and you know, it's nice to spend time with your wife, kind of thing.
Well,
the thing is, for me, is not only, I mean, like, we have the chat, we have our gaming, but I'm not getting time to do my own, like you say, watch like stuff on the Skybox, or, you know, I don't have much, but it's nice to take time to just sit away from the computer for a while sometimes.
Well, I found out today that Gotham's been released on the 8th of September.
Oh, really?
So I've got that and Arrow Season 3 and Flash on pre-order. I'm not very happy, though, with Flash and Arrow. I'm quite angry about it. Because Arrow Series 1 and 2 had DVDs in them, you know, when they were first released.
Yeah.
Series 3 won't have, which means the covers are going to be very... And sometimes I like watching the DVDs of them, you know, like if I'm in bed or something. So I'm not going to be able to do that.
No, yeah.
Flash is just going to be Blu-ray too, and so is Gotham. So that's kind of upsetting.
That's annoying. Yeah.
You know, I like watching the Blu-rays, but sometimes I like DVDs if I want to lay in bed and watch something.
Yeah. Because I take it you haven't got like a Blu-ray on your...
No.
What do you watch it on when you're in bed? On laptop or?
Yeah, I watch it on my laptop. And because sometimes I like relaxing and just watching stuff, especially if I'm not feeling good, you know?
Yeah. That's what I do on like my laptop. Like I'll put Netflix on if I'm ill, you know, on my bed. So
yesterday I thought I was having a breakdown. I kept hearing noise. It was bugging me. My mother-in-law's TV was blaring. It wasn't her fault, but it just felt louder because my hearing was more. And I was just like, oh. Well, last night, about 6, she stopped because she watches for like 2 hours. I said, when I'm laying down, I woke up at like 10:40 at night.
Really?
Yeah, you know, so I was a little bit like, ugh.
Yeah.
John says, how dare you have a life? Since when is family and love so damn important? Lol. I like how I read that. We're both just like this. It says he's joking, but we're like this.
That's all right. I don't have any family or love, but so it makes me sound like I'm just giving excuses for being lazy.
But you know what? I think the perfect combination for things like YouTube and life is enjoy your life and also have YouTube.
Yeah.
Donna told me she wants me to do YouTube as a hobby, not as a job.
Right.
Because she says to me, you're very fragile. You're going through a lot at the minute.
Yeah.
You can have a meltdown at any moment. You can go crazy at any minute, you know. So just enjoy the time you have with the people you're doing on YouTube with, and also just do it when you feel like doing it. There's no pressure.
Yeah.
And that's when I said, wow, I've got the best wife in the world, just not trying to get me to do things that's going to harm me.
Yeah, exactly. She's putting your health. You know, unfortunately, we've seen that some people don't give a shit if your health's bad as long as you do what they want, kind of thing.
Well,
and it's
actually,
your health needs to come first.
I want to make a little bit of an announcement as well.
Oh yeah.
To people watching this, from now on, the Geeky Chat on Wednesdays will be me and John, and possibly Alex now and again.
Yeah,
and maybe
Alex. He said hi and then never reappeared in the comments.
If Alex is free, he might be in them.
Yeah.
But it's mostly going to focus on me and John.
Right.
And all this is for personal reasons.
Yeah.
Which people won't understand, but I'm just saying, because I don't need the stress, and I don't need to be driven crazy.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to let people know, if you watch this and you watch that, so you don't get upset and go, where's blah, 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 and all this.
Yeah.
So if you enjoy the chats, I hope you still enjoy them.
Yeah.
You know, because I think they're pretty good. The last one, John, was pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, and we did get a lot of views. We've had 149 views on it.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
Now, if all your viewers from that one want to come over to this one, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be, wouldn't it? And you know what? We have such bad luck when it comes to viewers on this chat. I have no idea why.
It's all me. I'm sorry. I'm bringing down the chat.
Yeah, it's all you. It is, obviously.
I only watch it for you.
Yeah, you know what? You've got a lot to learn from me, Tash.
Yeah.
Don't worry. You've got a lot left to learn, Keith.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I just knocked my head. I've still got, you know what? This is so sad. I still have this fucking sign on the back of my chair that I did for Chairgate. That's so sad.
It's not sad. It's being nerdy.
That's a good answer. That was a perfect answer. Thank you. You know what? I just haven't. It's because there's some sticky tape there. I just haven't been asked to peel it off. But no, that's the thing. You need to put your health and unfortunately, people attack you for that, and it's just like, I'm not your slave. I need to do stuff when I need to do it, and this is the thing. Like for me, there's so much creatively I want to do, but you know, I keep explaining this to people in my video logs and stuff, and I'm like, look, I am disabled. It may not look like it, you know, but I am disabled. I also have depression and anxiety problems, and if I get stressed, it will just make me turn away from the computer, if you know what I mean. I will not go to the computer if that gets in the way, and
well,
I need to do it in my own time.
Being honest, I think that's the one. I think that's one of the good things about our friendship.
Yeah.
I think we don't put each other down. We encourage each other, and we help each other a lot when it comes to certain things. You know, through talking and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what you really strive for when you have a friendship.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
I think the problem is when you have friends online, in a lot of cases, that doesn't happen.
No, they're very needy and like, and I appreciate the friendship, but it's very take, and I'm like, I haven't got it left to give, you know, kind of thing.
You know. So I think that's the good thing about our friendship, because Donna always says about how much she thinks our friendship's great and everything. I think that's lovely, you know.
Yeah, I think that's nice. You know, she said to me once, you know, when you put her on while we were gaming, she was like, oh, thank good, because, you know, when I was sick and then I came back and she was like, oh, thank goodness you're back, because Malcolm's, you know, the difference I think she knows when you've not had the gaming and stuff, even just.
I do get very down about it, not because I expect you to do it, but because it's one of those things that I enjoy doing with you, you know?
Yeah. But I think that's the thing for both of us, is we both know that we need our own time and space, and you know, it's not that we're being ignorant or anything like that. It's just, you know, or like, I'm not going to go to you, how dare you not have put a review up, you know, or something like that, because I know you need time to, and especially like with the passion for movies and that, you really need to be in the right mood to, I mean, you can watch a movie but not want to review it. And I mean, say like, I had some last week where I was trying to get back into it, and I'd be watching the movie, and halfway through I'd start to get tired, and I'm like, I don't know if I've got it in me to review it afterwards, you know, and that would make me stressed about watching it and not wanting to review it, kind of thing. Whereas I think it's good and healthy, like you now do, that you go, oh, I'm going to watch a movie. I don't know if I'm going to review it. I might not. I might, you know, kind of thing. And I think that's a lot healthier kind of thing.
I think it's good to choose what you want to review, because more than likely you'll enjoy it more.
Yeah.
You know, like you choose to review it after you've watched it, because then you go, oh, well, this is one of those movies I really, really would like to, not, oh, I have to review it, so I need to watch things and remember things.
That's especially when you get like a movie that's just mediocre, and there's not much to talk about it, you know, kind of.
John says, you have love, Tash. Malcolm and I love you lots.
Oh, thank you, John.
I told you, John, we're not having a freeway, all right?
Yeah.
I told you. And John says, and of course I was joking, Malcolm. Doing things at your own pace is the way you should do all things. Spending time with your amazing Don is most important all the time.
Oh, we know what you were joking with, John, but we were just saying.
Well, you know, I think the thing is, again, talking about our friendship quickly. When you were ill, I think the thing was, I didn't go over to you while you're not on the game. You know. Instead, I sent you updates. You know what I mean? And I think that's the difference when you've got real friends. Because trust me, over the last year, I've understood what it means. Because some people would say to me, "Why can't you still be in the chat if you're ill with pneumonia?" You know, and so
you be bedbound,
Oh, because you said yourself, didn't you, Mel? What you're doing in the thing when you've got
pneumonia? I was just like, it was disgusting. I mean, but then you did the same when I was bedbound with no voice and struggling to breathe. So you know, I'm joking. With chest infection, after Chevron when I was off for 4 weeks.
Well, you know, I just...
You like that bloody woman? She's not doing the chat again. I know you were going off to John, going, that bloody woman. She's holding me back. I should go ahead with the chat on my own.
I said to John, look, maybe we should do the chat. Screw Tash. She's out because she doesn't want to be here. The passion is doing it when you're ill. No, but seriously.
No, but you've had that, though, where you had pneumonia, and it was like, well, you can still do the chat. It's like, no.
Oh, that made me even more ill. I remember that. I was like, you know, because what people forget.
But it's not just physically, mentally, and that gets your health down, kind of thing. That's what everybody thinks lately.
The thing that people forget is when you're doing the chat, you have to switch on like 5 knots above what you normally are.
Yeah, there's like a character you put on. You're still you, but there's this energy. I mean, Donna said she had a friend round. And you know, when we were doing the chat once, and she was like, wow, Tash is so different in the chat, you know, she's so much more confident and everything. And I'm like, that's because you do, because you can't just sit here and go, yeah, well, I like this and I like that, you know, kind of thing, because nobody's going to want to watch that, are they?
No, they're not. You know, they won't. No, you're right. You know, and that's the problem with people. I think people don't always understand the difference.
I mean, it's a part of who you are. I mean, like, we enjoy chatting together. We do it when we're gaming, but there's times where we go quiet when we're gaming, not because we don't want to talk, but we're just like, you know, companionable silence kind of thing. And we know that we can't constantly be going, and unfortunately, some people want you to be like that. And it's like, it's exhausting.
Well, this is the thing, you know. When we game, there's times, because there's different days, isn't there? Sometimes we'll be in this really in-depth conversation about life and about religion and everything. And other times we're sitting there most of the time just completely quiet, giving each other advice what we think should happen. Right? And I think that's when you're comfortable with something, it can be almost completely silent.
Yeah.
You know, because you're just doing it together. You just know that. You know.
Yeah.
And I think this is the thing with a lot of people. I think people today, they don't understand what the meaning of friendship is.
Yeah.
They don't understand what the meaning of a relationship is, no matter what the relationship is. You know. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither are friendships.
No, exactly.
You know,
and especially when you've been through a lot in your past or whatever that affects your relationships with people. Or
exactly. You know. a lot of people, I feel, so no problem I have with people is it's like people don't always understand where you come from because they haven't lived in your shoes.
Yeah.
You know, um, you and me, we haven't had the best lives in our life,
No.
and we haven't had the worst.
No.
You know,
No. Yeah.
but I think that sometimes people don't understand if they've had a right life or they've had, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I sometimes get a little bit like, you know what, F off. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I've got my, I've had my own things. I know what it's like to be in pain. I know what it's like to have problems with relationships, whether it's family or a girlfriend or a brother or you know what I mean. And I feel like people don't always understand that, and that's what always upsets me because I feel like these people mean good sometimes, but at the same time they don't understand.
Yeah. I saw an interesting thing on Twitter recently. Sorry, I'm cutting you off. Sorry.
Go on, Twitter.
No, I was just going to say, I saw something interesting on Twitter recently. Jill State, who was in Stargate Atlantis and Firefly and that, she recently put something. She was like, people see you in a show where you're bubbly in that and think that you're automatically like that in person. And she says the whole purpose of acting is that you are a character. You are acting that character. That doesn't mean that that character is who you are in real life, kind of thing. And I was like, that is it. I mean, people see you, be it on the internet. I mean, we've said, like with PewDiePie and stuff like that, just because you're a certain way on camera doesn't mean that behind the, I mean, like I said, I'm really boring. I'm really plain and, but what I'm saying is that people think you're a certain way and you can be that way, but at the same time, people think they know you automatically. Like we've said, like with the actors we said last time with, like stuff like Twitter and that social media where people think they know the person because they're friends or whatever. And it's a whole different thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, so this is the problem. I've always believed that in life we only have a real handful of friends.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have 5 friends who care about us in our life, right?
Yeah.
And most of the time we don't even have that many, right?
Yeah.
We think we do, but those friends are not our friends all the time, and they don't always understand, and they don't think, and people come and go through our life no matter who they are.
Yeah.
I've had friendships where I've spoken to people for years, and then, boom, completely gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Because they've done something which has been horrendous, or they've just decided not to talk to me, or whatnot, and it hurts,
Yeah.
But then that makes me realise that they weren't my friends, because your friends are the people that stick with you no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't mean if you go and kill their cat or something. I mean, when you're going through really rough times, they're the people that stick by you,
Yeah.
What's this? John put, Malcolm was very concerned when you were sick. He gave me almost daily updates about how you were feeling and tell me how much he missed you. I missed you a lot, and I didn't care about the chats. It was about you getting better. I don't know why that's so funny, focus. Why is it so funny?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
You were laughing at the voice, weren't you?
You made it sound like creepy pervert. Yeah, I'm watching you like a voyeur. I appreciate that, John. I completely know that. We are joking. And I want to clarify, when I say about acting and that, I'm not saying that we're not who we are on like the chat and stuff. But like, because you said, you do have to like ramp it up like 5 times. Like, yeah.
The thing is, I think the thing is what people always struggle to understand, because you're who you are.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're not who you are, because you've got to be. It's like being on a big stage.
Yeah.
If you just stand there talking normally, like you said earlier, like, hello everybody, thank you for welcoming. Instead of going, hello everybody, right?
Yeah, exactly.
People
it's
won't
like being
care.
blind blessed kind of thing,
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the thing, put like PewDiePie, right? Yeah. They ramp it up a whole load.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And I'm sure a lot of that is them, but I'm sure a lot of it is like a massive on top.
Yeah.
Because that's what works for him.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure off the camera, I'm sure he's a completely nice guy who talks very respectably and can crack jokes, and he's a funny guy normally, just not to that extent.
That's exactly.
But I think that, and I think when you're on YouTube, I think he'll want to see every aspect of your life.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes if they don't see that, they want to know why. Like, for instance, recently, Brendan Mitchell, for Father's Day, put a picture of him and his dad when he was a boy. And his dad looks a lot like Jimmy Fallon, right? But it is. But his dad died, and he's never said why, not to my knowledge, you know.
Yeah.
And someone in the comments section said, "How did your father die?"
Oh God.
So I commented, if he wanted to, I'm sure he doesn't want to talk about it. If he did, he would have mentioned it. All right?
Yeah.
So I went, Malcolm, you're right. You should mention it, you know. And I'm like, these people are so ignorant.
Yeah.
But why you should never think about asking that question.
No, exactly.
You know, in a public like that, when you don't know the person, when you haven't really been talking to the person. I mean, if you said to me tomorrow, "How did your cat die?" Right, I'd answer it because we're friends. We talk about lots of different things and personal things. But if somebody came up to you, like let's say somebody called Huge Penis 1969, and said to you, "Hey, how did your cat die?" You're going to be like, "F off," in your mind.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
it's a personal. You know, it's like we said. I said, as I said, it's like somebody once said to me. I was talking to somebody on the way back from a convention on a coach at Halloween. I did mention this in the chat before. Sorry. And they said, I was chatting to them and they brought up depression or something. And I said, oh, yeah, and I mentioned about having depression. And they were like, you don't seem like somebody would have depression. I was like, but you don't know me in my life. What I'm like sat here on the coach talking to you now is completely different to how I am when I get home, kind of thing. So what am I supposed to do? But that is the thing. It's like people immediately go, oh, well, tell me every aspect of your life and,
Well, so this thing always gets me, because you'll be somewhere and you talk like it's like when you go for counselling, right, for the first time.
Oh yeah.
You'll talk to them and they'll go, "Oh, well, you don't seem to have these issues," and you're like, "You just spoke to me for 50 minutes."
Yeah.
Give me 5 months and you'll see that I'm a wreck.
You'll see, yeah, exactly.
And I think this is the problem. People always judge people by what they see happening at that time. So I'm comfortable with Donna. People will see me talking to Donna.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to want to talk to people normally.
Yeah.
So
well, it's like, No, you continue. Sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah, it's up to you.
No, I did cut you off. No, sorry.
I'm putting the stage to go. The stage is open.
You know what?
The mic is
time again. I'm not. No. You were saying about speaking to Donna.
No, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. You go ahead because you cut me up, so you get to go.
All I was going to say, it's like, a number of people have said to me recently about, contacting my father and stuff. And it was very difficult yesterday seeing everybody putting Happy Father's Day and stuff like that. And I will admit, I did pick up the phone several times with the intention and I didn't. And, you get people go, oh, well, why? And it's like, and especially I think when it's people that know my background, that it annoys me more. I know they're trying to be like, understand, like trying to help me and stuff. But it's when you do get people that don't know you so much or your past, and they're like, well, why didn't you? Why, this, that, and the other. And it's like, because, kind of thing, and it's, you'll see, I mean, like we won't go into details, but you've had stuff happen recently, and, you have your own stuff kind of thing, but people don't take that into effect and they just attack you or stuff,
So you didn't contact your father?
No, I didn't.
Well, I think you did the right thing.
I did pick up the phone several times with the intention, but I didn't. But it was just upsetting seeing all the pictures and that. It's nice, but it was kind of. I had to turn off Facebook, the computer yesterday, because it was just getting me down seeing everybody's.
Yeah. Well, I think you did the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, it's things like that. You know, I didn't send my dad a Father's Day thing at all.
Oh, you didn't know, yeah.
Because it's nothing that irritates me. Everybody has to put all that on Facebook. What about, you know, these people actually going to spend time with them?
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
you know, I'm talking about people,
Say
but
it,
like
Jordan.
I'm talking about people that have apparently got really good dads. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why didn't they just go and spend time with them instead of putting it all over Facebook?
Yeah, exactly.
If
Especially
you
if their
thought,
dads aren't even on Facebook, is
yeah,
even the better one.
I saw people put so many things on about their passed on parents, like their dad, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, why didn't they go and see, you know, like the stone or wherever they are?
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah,
know,
yeah.
I don't
Here's
like
to my
all
dad
this.
in heaven, and I'm just like,
I don't like all this. Oh, you know, watch me put this thing up on thingy. You know,
yeah,
when my cat died, I didn't put anything on there. I put Bunter's thing on there, but I didn't put anything else on there but other things
no,
because I'm not gonna because
no.
they're personal things.
Yeah, I mean, I only put like when Dan Rat died, I only put like R.I.P. just to let people know that he had passed,
Yeah,
but I didn't go into details of everything, like like how he died and everything, kind
he
of thing.
died.
So.
I then flushed him down the toilet and watched him as he swirled across the thing. Each moment his head hit on the side of the toilet as he went down. And, and as it happened, a tear went down my eye, but I knew it was for the best. And then I just sat down and took a shit. That's what but that's what people do.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not.
They go into complete details. Oh, he's been sick for months now, and then he was this and that.
You know, and I'm not trying to make a joke of it, but you know what I
No,
mean.
I know exactly what you mean. It's
Um,
fine. It's just that image.
just,
Sorry.
it's just the way people. It's just the way people are. You know.
Yeah.
If let's say if in 20 years Donna passed away, I won't put on Facebook.
Yeah. No,
You know,
exactly.
because I'd be too heartbroken to.
Yeah.
Yet
Exactly.
people, the first thing they do is put on Facebook.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because we live in a world now where people are so dead to real emotion.
We live in a world where everybody has to tell everybody everything. This is why, like I say, it always cracks me up on Twitter when it comes up going, so and so is following you. It's like, I rarely ever post on Facebook, Twitter. The last thing I put on Twitter was the whole Chairgate thing, just to join in with it. But other than that, I don't post on Twitter. But you get these people that literally, like, every second feel the need to share with the world, I just ate a donut. It's like, okay. And these people have millions of followers, just like I picked my nose and it tasted nice, or something like
I like
that.
these people. I like these people that go, what is it? I'm going here today, and they tell you exactly where they're going.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, all the time, like every day.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
like,
every day. Yeah.
Like I'm going to Target today. Then I'm going on to go Starbucks. Then I'm going to go to Winco, and you're like, it's nice knowing where you are and where you're going, but every single trip right now,
Yeah. Every second of every day.
It's different to like if you said I'm going to Halloween because that's once a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But when you're saying I'm going to Target or whatever, you're like, millions of people are going to Target today. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's not exciting that you're going to Target. It's like,
if you had a thing
I'm going to go to Tesco's today. I need to go buy some food. Well, you went there yesterday, Tash. I know, but I felt the need to tell you again.
Exactly. If you put a thing on like, I'm going to Comic Con, it's something exciting. Oh, what's Tash going to do there? Who's going to say, oh, I hope it goes really well. I want to know more when I know. If you put on there, I'm going to Tesco, milk. There's something really exciting about that. Could it be that she's milking the situation?
Oh,
mate.
Oh, I bought a different brand of milk today. And
I don't get it. I think people are very weird like that. And this is the internet generation.
Yeah. This is the thing. That's what I was getting. You know, and as you said, we live in this time now. It makes me sound so old, but it is this generation now where it's like must tell everybody everything every second of the day. It's just like, and then as you said, in a way, like with Facebook, if you then don't reply to a message, it's why didn't you reply to it? You know, kind of straight away.
If I
it's all now kind of thing.
If I send you a message on Facebook, I don't expect you to reply immediately. You know, I'm like, well, I'll be like, she better fucking. If it's like 6 in the evening, I'm like, she better fucking respond. It's 2 a.m. over there, and I know she's up. Right? If she doesn't respond, she's gonna get it from me, right? But no, I'm like, unless it's so important, like you know, like you have done when you were there for me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, Tash, get back to me, whether it's chat day or whatever, but we'll talk about it, you know. And I don't feel like people need to rush to talk about certain things unless it's an important thing.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't go, it needs to be within 10 minutes.
So I nearly did run everywhere over the social media last week and go, Sigourney Weaver's going to LFCC. I think I'm going to just explode.
Well, you never know. You're doing the one with the alien, aren't you?
No, I was going to, but I didn't because they kind of sold out of it rather quickly. So I managed to get one of her on her own. It's not with the alien. It's just with the power loader outfit and a green screen. So I assumed that the alien's on the green screen.
Oh, that's a shame.
But they have got Newt going as well. I wish they did a joint. That would be awesome.
Well, you know what? It's pretty cool. It'd be interesting to see. I'm sure the Monday after we'll see all the pictures.
Oh yeah.
You know?
I think just for my Sigourney Weaver picture, I'll be here. I'll tag the people that donated to the cause. You know, like of making my. Because for those who don't know, Sigourney Weaver is in my trifecta of favorite actresses. She is easily my favorite actress, along with Meryl Streep and Kathy Bates. And I always said I would never get to meet her, but I would sell my soul to meet Sigourney Weaver. And if I'd had the money, I would have bought a bloody diamond pass. But, you know, for 400 quid, I couldn't afford it.
You'd have to You'll have to wait and see how much you get.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to set up this fund, you know, Kickstarter. Please make Tash's dream come true.
You know, you never know. It might happen.
Yeah.
Trey just had a friend of a friend pass away. Her friend posted pictures of his family, every second of his wake, all her personal information. If he wanted to donate to a memorial fund, she wanted everyone to know how sad she was. Crazy lady.
Oh, we're not saying anything about anybody who does it. We're just saying, I don't want to, you know. I'm sorry to hear about Trey's friend, though. A friend of a friend, but.
The friend of a friend of a friend of a friend who died, and my best friend. But well, you know, hopefully these people.
We're just saying as a general culture, not like anybody particular kind of that is wrong. Kind of.
Well, I think it'd be great to meet Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah. Oh God.
Just... You think about it, Michael J. Fox and Sigourney Weaver, 2 people you really want to meet, and you're going to meet them both.
Well, Michael J. Fox, I won't get to get his autograph because they're only doing that for Diamond Pass. But I have a chance of getting Sigourney Weaver's autograph, so fingers crossed. Because they're saying that Diamond Pass have priority and are guaranteed to get the autograph. But hopefully, Gold Pass should be able to get in, you know, and get.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
But for £95, it's extortionate. So I mean, I would pay that more if I had the money, but. It's just trying to get them. I just had to book some tickets for LFCC because they are really starting to sell out with a lot of the people. People you wouldn't expect to sell out are selling out tickets.
Well, at least you'll get the picture.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I definitely have that. Thanks, but it is that kind of thing where it's just like I had to book some tickets today. It's insane to think it's only 3.5 weeks away.
We've got a comment. Hi, Malcolm and Tash. How are you both this evening? From James.
Okay, good evening, James.
Doing good, thanks.
Glad you made it.
So, you know, but, you know, it'd be great if you could get the autograph, but at least you'll get the picture.
Oh, yeah, the picture I will definitely have.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the autograph is really important, but no as important as the picture.
No,
you know.
exactly.
And I feel like that's just like the bonus you really want to get. But because I know what you're like, you like getting a picture and the autograph because they go together, don't they?
Yeah, I have them in my folder. Like, I mean, you've all seen anyway, but sod's law, I open it and it goes to a page where it's not with anybody. Like my like that.
Yeah, which I think is really good.
Yeah. So I like it like that. So.
Because I noticed you've got some in your living room, in the frame.
Yes. Yeah. I want to get some more up in there. It's difficult because I mean I have 7 folders like this, just with these like this. So obviously I can't put them all up because what I do is I scan them into the computer, and that's what I, like when I upload my pictures on Facebook. I was considering taking them down, but at the same time, I think they're important to have on my Facebook. So, yeah, I scan them in, including the autographs, and then I just shrink them down so they're better to put in a frame that's, not too big.
Yeah.
And I'm considering putting some more up, but it's really picking out my favorite ones, like my favorite,
So
like the ones I've got up are like John Hurt and Christopher Lloyd.
Oh, did you hear?
Like the big.
Did you hear he's got cancer?
Who? John Hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, I love John Hurt. He's one of my favorite actors.
75 years old and he's got cancer.
Yeah.
It's quite sad, but yeah.
No, I'm really, he's getting on, but at the same time, he's like one of these people that hit like, I said, he's one of these people that seems to have hit a certain age and then just stay like that, if you know what I mean. So, that's really.
James says, hope you're both doing well.
Yeah, as we said earlier, we're doing good. So.
We're doing great, thanks, James. But I can imagine for you. I mean, it's not that hard for me because I've only met like a couple of handsful, like 10 people.
Yeah.
But for you, you've met hundreds,
Yeah.
And
exactly.
So it's so hard to pick. And you know what? It's like me looking to watch a movie, really. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I really like this guy. I really like what he did. He was so nice on the day. I've got a real soft spot for this one. But there's that one that I really, really love. But we know one thing. After Comic-Con, there'll be 2 that you won't have problems picking.
Yeah, no. Oh, they would definitely be
we know that,
Yeah.
So
exactly. I'll have to put my Michael J. Fox one under my Back to the Future poster.
There you go. That'd be fantastic.
Oh no, I'm definitely and the Sigourney Weaver. But it's because I have like my Taekwondo belts up on the wall, and what I want to do is maybe put some more of my convention photos in frames next to those near my living room door. So I just need to get them all printed up and stuff. But it is picking, and that is the thing as well. I think because I mean the ones I get, they're for who I like, not But it is that kind of thing where you want to show off certain celebrities to whoever comes in the house.
Yeah,
it's like I've met this person, kind of. Is somebody come in, like especially now because I have the carers at the weekend that are agency, and they come in and they go, "Oh, you've met David Hasselhoff, you've met so and so," and it's like So, but like people like Dean Cain, I've got that picture up. But they don't know who he is so much. And I'm like, well, I love him. So screw you, kind of thing.
I think the problem is, I think people don't know Dean Cain much now because he's kind of faded away.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Roger's watching. Hello, Roger.
Hello, Roger.
Welcome back, Donna.
I was just going
to
say.
Have you enjoyed the milkshakes?
Yeah, I'm about to go and see ATM. Have either of you seen it? Yes, James. I saw it and I told you it was the biggest pile of shit I watched a couple of months ago. I told you not to buy the fucking thing, and you still went out and bought it. It's the biggest pile of shit starring Josh Peck, where they're stuck in an ATM building where it's just like a glass building with somebody standing around who kills the police officer. And guess what? The bad guy gets away in the end. There you go. Enjoy it. It's really awful.
Have you not learned your lesson? If you tell James something is shit, he will go watch it with passion.
He will. It was awful. I watched it on Netflix. It was awful. And I said, don't buy it.
But this year's LFCC is getting huge. I mean, they've just announced Catherine Tate's going as well, and I know she's not a big star, but
really?
I know she's not a big star.
Really?
But
That's
what I'm saying is they've got so many people. Like Donna is happy because they've got a lot of people going from the Musketeers, and a lot of hot guys as well. I will say I don't watch the Musketeers, but.
You know what? Again, Catherine Tate. I guess she could go in with the Doctor Who crowd now.
Yeah.
But you know what? I never saw her as a celebrity.
No.
I saw her. The Catherine Tate show and Doctor Who to me didn't make her a celebrity. I've never liked her.
No.
Never ever liked her. Never thought she was great at all. I guess there's people that are great singer, but this is the thing I don't like when they add people. Because they had these people at the last minute and you can't get tickets.
Well, that's, I mean, say last week, they were like, massive announcement coming, and I didn't really have the money at the time and stuff. And I was like, oh, and you know what? Somebody at Collectomania was like, oh, like when there'd been a huge announcement before, they were like, oh, I was hoping it was going to be David Duchovny. And I was like, yeah, but they're filming in Vancouver at the moment, so I don't think. And when they said massive announcement, and I know he wouldn't be a massive announcement, but they said massive announcement and said it was going to be 2 people. And I was like, oh my God, if they have David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson, I may absolutely just implode. And I was like, I don't have the money. I've met Gillian Anderson before, but if they had done a double photo shoot, like we've joked where you said about going to Comic-Con and getting a picture. Oh. And then the announcement happened. And the annoying thing is the forum crashed. Donna was here. We were waiting to see the announcement. The forum crashed, so we couldn't see the announcement on there. And it was only because on their Facebook page, they made the announcement for Jonathan Pryce, who was in The World Is Not Enough. It's Tomorrow Never Dies, isn't it? Yeah. And is in Game of Thrones at the moment.
I'll just butt in a minute.
Yeah.
So about Jonathan Pryce, my cousin. He met him because he was doing a filming thing with him, and he said he'd sign his stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guess what? He didn't get to, and he missed it.
No.
And Mark was like, "Oh, it's going to be a Comic-Con, but it's going to charge 45 quid per item."
Yeah.
So my cousin's devastated because he was like, "Now, this means he has to pay 45 quid an item instead of all for free."
Yeah. Exactly. Oh my God, that's awful. Just can you imagine being like, yeah, I'm gonna get my stuff signed.
Some things here. ATM is a crap ass movie. And James says, I'm going to have to go. Going to watch a movie before bed. Good night, enjoy the rest of your chat.
What's the point of turning up and going hello?
You were here for 5 minutes.
You weren't even here for that.
And John says, hi Tash, how was the Hoff?
The Hoff was okay. Actually, he was really nice. I was expecting him to be up his own arse.
Did he?
I mean, he was, but he was friendly.
Did he try and fill you up? Because he's a bit of a perv.
No, he did not.
No, he didn't get no bum squeezes.
It made me feel so sad though, because he was going around with these T-shirts going, don't hassle the Hoff on and everything, and I was just like, oh my God, that's so egotistical.
I remember watching him in a film he was in the 70s where he was like this young guy with sex with cheerleaders.
Yeah.
And I can understand the way he was back then, but now he just looks like a really old, sad man.
It's like he's trying to capture the glory days kind of thing. It's just like,
it's like
they got this new show started on Dave called Hoff the Record, and it's like a mockumentary of like him doing something in England kind of thing. I was just like, that is so sad.
It's amazing, when you think you had great shows like Knight Rider and Baywatch. And
yeah.
It always amazes me. When he was on Britain's Got Talent, I didn't even like him on there either.
Yeah, no, exactly. But sorry.
But yeah, go on.
No, I was just going to say quickly about the on the announcement of Jonathan Pryce on the Facebook announcement, somebody put, because a lot of people were complaining, this is the massive announcement, this is really boring, this, that, and the other. And somebody put in the comments, it's Sigourney Weaver. And I was just like, what? And we were like, and I was like rushing over to the shop, and I put in her name in the shop for tickets, and it came up, and I was just like, no way. And they never announced it on their Facebook page. So had that person not put that comment, I would not have known it was her at the time. So because the forum went down.
So what batch are they on now then? What batch are they on now for Sigourney Weaver?
I think they've sold out for them. Hang on, I can probably tell you.
John says, well, you're looking, Knight Rider was a long time ago. Yes, I know it was.
I love Knight Rider. I didn't like the remake so much, but
I've never seen the remake, to be honest. It's one of those things I'd pick out if I saw really cheap.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it. I've seen the Bionic Woman remake, which got cancelled, which was awful.
Oh, yeah, I've not seen that. But we've still got diamond passes available. Sigourney Weaver photo on Saturday sold out. They're on batch 4 for Saturday. They've still got batches for the power loader on Saturday, but they must have added some. Because they were not there when I looked. But I like normal ones as well. I mean, I got the DeLorean one for Michael J. Fox as well as the normal one.
Yeah.
Because I knew I wouldn't be getting his autograph, whereas I'd rather put the money towards getting her autograph, knowing that I can get it. But have a photo shoot with her as well, if you know what I mean. And the problem is with those prop ones is you can't guarantee how they're going to be, especially if you're further away and stuff like that. I like the close-up ones kind of thing. But yeah, Sunday they're on batch 2. So obviously not as many people going for her on Sunday at the moment.
I can understand the diamond passes being not sold out though, because they cost a fortune.
They are. £400 is ridiculous. Well, it's $395, but you do get a lot. To be fair, you get a photo shoot, normal photo shoot. You get the power loader photo shoot. So that's £205 worth there alone. You get guaranteed. You don't. Yeah, you get the autograph. You get the autograph included in that price, and you get £20 knocked off the actual what everybody else is paying. So you only pay £75 as opposed to £95. You get in for the talk, which everybody else has to pay for. You get Newt's autograph and the photo shoot with her. So you're actually getting quite a lot of stuff in that package. If you want all that stuff, then you're actually doing quite well. But that's all right if you've got $395 off the bat kind of thing. But I still think it's amazing. But we were saying about the problem is with LFCC now is it's getting to this point where, they're getting these big names. They're getting people like Bill Paxton and Sigourney Weaver and Michael J. Fox. And I feel like it's losing a lot of its intimacy because it's not going to be long before they have all these stands with company brand names, kind of thing.
Already done to a degree.
Well, I do, yeah, exactly. I mean, they've got the whole Gibson stand. They're doing this whole Gibson guitars, like game of guitars, throne of guitars kind of thing, and stuff like that. And they are getting the brands in, but I'm worried that they're going to take over the whole thing, like MCM Expo.
I missed going. The first time I went, it was packed, but it wasn't packed. There were so many people in there, but you could move about freely. Yeah. Unless you were going to the stalls or you were going to, be in the line for a thing.
Well, they were in much smaller halls as well.
Yeah, and it never felt like it was overpacked.
Yeah.
When I went last year, it was, I couldn't even, on the Friday when I went in.
Yeah, that's even worse. You would think the Friday wouldn't be so bad, but it was awful.
It was bad and it was terrible, but at the same time, it wasn't that bad to the Saturday.
Yeah.
Friday was awful, but Saturday I couldn't even get in.
Well, you couldn't even get in, but we were in and we just couldn't breathe. It was so, you saw on the video logs, we had to sit out. There was nowhere to sit either, but you go outside and the air was just awful.
I think if I went to one again, I'd buy a gold pass just to get in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they'll be like £400 by then.
Oh, God. Well, Donna bought, I think the weekend passes alone are like 40 odd quid. I think last time I remember back when they were like £12, you know.
I remember when it was £6 to get in one day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it was like 12 quid to get in for all three.
Well, as well, now they're doing it that you have to have advance tickets. You can't just buy them on the door because of how packed they get, especially on Saturday. I think that's only happening on the Saturday. But yeah, they're refusing to let anybody in, you know, like that want to buy tickets then. Yeah. You have to have advance tickets. So I think that's why they're selling out so much.
So are you and Jane the only ones with the gold pass, or did Donna buy one?
No, Donna's going to go in as my carer. She's got a weekend pass.
Because you can get away with that, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, getting in there as the carer, mate.
Yeah.
Because I know some people, they just don't let them go in no matter what. But with the carer thing, you can get in there, thank God.
Yeah. Thankfully, because Jane bought a gold pass last year and she found it so beneficial. She, you know, got her boyfriend to buy her one this year. But yeah, thankfully I can get Donna in as my carer, because otherwise we'd be in trouble.
Do you think I can pull David and get him to buy me gold passes?
I'll ask her. Would Malcolm ask, would David mind buying him a gold pass?
Oh yeah, you know, but
just for being Tash's mate. You know?
Yeah, can you imagine that? But no, seriously, I think gold pass is the way to go, because one year I was going to get one.
Yeah.
But then I thought, you know what? I don't need one because they just put it in front of the queue anyway if you've got two at the same time, right?
Yeah.
But then I ended up missing on a lot of things. So I was like, because I had like 12 people, I had to say.
Yeah.
Most of them, which was really a waste of time because I should have gone and seen them anyway. But I was like, it's one of those days I want them, you know?
Yeah.
So, because I was there the whole weekend because I went to my cousin, I went to my stepdad.
Yeah.
But, you know, next time if I ever go to one, I probably will.
Well, the thing is, you know, the crew know me enough now. You know, I've been enough to these things where the crew mainly know me, unless they're newbies. The veteran ones all know me and that, and they know, you know, this, that, and the other. But the thing is, and also as well, they do a disabled pass now where you have to get it written out and they write who you're going to meet and stuff, and then you take it up to each queue to say, oh, it's on my list, kind of thing, which helps you join the queues. But I started to feel like I didn't want to take advantage of that too much. I use it at Collectomania, certainly. But I mean, I still get the pass, but I like getting the gold pass. I started getting the gold pass because one, so that I could get into, because I can't, if I'm having photo shoots, I can't always guarantee that I can get into a talk. And I didn't want to pick up tilt tickets and then not be able to get into it, kind of thing, or whatever. But also I felt like I wanted to give something back to the convention, if you know what I mean, because they were helping me to get in the queues and stuff. So I felt like if I bought the gold pass, I was having more of a right to join the queue for definite, if you know what I mean, like jump queue. Because the disabled pass, they're very nice. They normally like try and get me to the front of the queue if they can and stuff like that, so I don't have to stand there for a while. So I felt like I was giving, you know, like I wasn't exploiting the system. I was still buying the pass to do it, kind of thing. Well, but I think it is beneficial. I think it's getting extortionate, but
I like to get a gold pass just so I get to vote queue. I can stick my middle finger up at everyone and go, ha ha. You've could it for how long?
I used to hate it when they'd be like, oh, well, we'll put you behind the gold passes, and the gold passes are stood there going, we paid for the right to be here. And I was like, well, actually, now, look, I got a gold pass. You know,
I always hate when you get those people with the gold passes, and they're always, the people, not all of them, but some of them are just so creepy. They're like, I got this gold pass, I'm better than you. I've got food all down my top.
Yeah.
Right. I remember going one year, and I remember this guy was in front of me. He had a gold pass because he got there. I was right near the front, and he was put in front of me, and I was like, "Oh, here we go." Right.
Yeah.
And he looked around at me like this, right? And I went, "You know, you've got food on your shirt, right?" And he went, and he looked down. He went like, "Oh shit!" And he ran off. Right? And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I went in next. You know. You know, so hopefully, I think if we went to wash it off or so, I'll put something else over
Yeah,
it.
can you imagine, like, photo shoot? It's like, shit.
Imagine meeting somebody big, like, imagine meeting Sigourney Weaver, and then having, like, smart
Bit
ketchup
of chocolate
down
on it, yeah, definitely.
It'd be awful, wouldn't it?
That'd be brilliant. Just, oh my God.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that are going to have some sort of alien pop with them for it.
Oh, well, there is somebody who normally turns up at all the events dressed as the aliens, so I bet they'll have a photo shoot with that kind of. But yeah, no, it's just I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, balls! I can't. No, damn! I was going to say something. I can't remember what it was now. I could just imagine you though, like just like you've got stuff on you. Oh no, I was going to say the other ones who think they're all entitled and stuff. The bloody dealers. You know, like the ones that come with like a gazillion things to get signed. We had this last weekend at Milton Keynes, where I don't know if I told you, I am queued up to meet. Well, I tried to queue up to meet Danny Pink from Doctor Who, right? So I was stood there. Turns out this woman that was in front of me with her kid, she was just there to show off her kid to him. And then she walked off. So actually, technically, she wasn't in the queue. So I moved round to get on the, because the problem is especially in that particular environment, people just stand around and take pictures and you do not know who is in a queue or whatever.
This is true, yeah.
And it annoys me because as somebody who's visually impaired, I mean, it's bad enough for anybody, but as somebody who's visually impaired and you don't know what is starting, it's really, really difficult. So I went to get in the queue and the crew member was like, oh, we got to cut the queue is cut off here because he's got to go off and do something. I said, I'm sorry, I struggle to stand. I've been stood there for 10 minutes only to find out the woman wasn't queued. I'm visually impaired, so I can't see where the queue is. Didn't realise. I've now walked over here and you've told me no. I said, I'm in a lot of pain from standing up and especially like the whole day and stuff. She was like, oh, okay. Oh no, this was, she was like, no, we're cutting off the queue here. Then she let this other guy in. I said, I'm sorry, why is he being allowed in? You just told me that the queue was being cut off. Oh, he's a dealer. He's allowed to join. I was like, what? I said, I'm sorry, I got a disabled pass that says I'm allowed to join all queues. And so she let me join, except then one of the other crew members come along and said, no, we really need to take him now. And the thing is the guy in front of me, he had a pile of stuff to get signed by this one guy. Like, that was this big. It was ridiculous.
Well, it's funny you mention that because my cousin once said to me about us having a dealer pass.
Yeah.
And selling DVDs and posters there. You know?
Yeah.
And I said to him, but how's that going to work out? If the three of us are doing that, how are we going to work out the money?
Yeah.
All right. But whatever sells of our stuff, that person has. All right.
Right.
Like, if his posters sell his money, if DVDs sell whatever, I said, we're going to keep track of it, though. Yeah. So if we're not all at the table, we're not going to know, are we? And he went, he went, but he said, but the good part of it is the fact that we can go up and we can just get ahead of everybody else to get our stuff done.
Yeah.
He said it might be worth £100 to do just to be able to do that. And I was like, I wouldn't want to sit in the store for 3 days.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and I wouldn't want to not earn anything from it.
No, exactly. If you're going to pay out and stuff like that, you want to...
Because he was saying we could all pay £35 each. Well, I don't think DVDs I don't want to sell, we're going to sell.
No, exactly. That's all right if you've got stuff you want to shift, but yeah, it's not really worth.
You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, who wants to? Whenever I see like these used DVD stalls there, as much as I don't mind buying stuff of them, to me they always seem a bit, you know, not classy.
Yeah.
You know, it's always the same ones.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly.
You know?
Your mind just went blank, didn't it? I could see it.
My mind went blank like yours did like 2 minutes ago.
Mine blank. Mine didn't go blank.
Well, you did. You said a few minutes ago. I've lost.
Oh, a few minutes. Yeah. I did. Yeah, I did actually. Now you say it. Sorry. Wait, Hannibal's been cancelled. Sorry.
What?
Hannibal just got cancelled.
No.
Apparently.
Well, after season 3.
I just literally just saw it. It came up on the X-Files group.
Because I saw that they were going to make 8 seasons because there's been 8 season scripts written.
Really?
No, it can't be. It's one of my favourite shows.
Hannibal cancelled after 3 seasons. No way. This has got to be like. I thought Hannibal was doing really, really well in the ratings.
There's an easy way of finding out. Hold on.
It's a news story. It had fucking loads. I did not need to see some the Goldbergs.
Oh dear.
NBC has made it official, opting not to pick up a 4th season of its well-received drama Hannibal. Despite good reviews and devoted cult following, Hannibal could not grow into a broad network show.
Oh, that's devastating.
Genuinely. Writing had been on the wall with NBC opting to hold season 3 for the summer.
Cancelled in part because of the Clarice Starling rights issue.
Oh, really? Oh.
Sources tell the Hollywood Reporter that there may have been a rights issue at the centre of the decision to end the series, as Fuller had wanted to introduce Clarice Starling in season 4, with the rights to the character previously portrayed by Jodie Foster said to be unavailable. But wasn't Clarice played by Julianne Moore as well?
In the movie, yeah, in Hannibal.
Just like I said, no one's going to pick this up. Yeah, sure it is. No, it got cancelled because of the abysmal ratings. But I thought it was an awesome show. And
that's surprising. I'm genuinely, because everybody liked it. I didn't personally, but I need to give it more of a chance. I really need to properly watch it from the beginning.
Apparently, a lot of people are getting petitions signed for it to go on Netflix and everything.
I bet you it's going to get, like, I would be surprised. But then they still won't be able to introduce Clarice if there's a rights issue.
To be honest with you, I can see where the problem would be.
Yeah.
John says it was cancelled. It's going to have one more 13 episode run,
3,
and then it's cancelled. No.
I'm genuinely surprised by that. I think Gillian Anderson thought it was going to be going for a while.
Oh, well, this is great. This is great for you because think about it. Hannibal is cancelled. The Fall's on its last season.
Yeah, exactly.
Could we see Scully being Scully for more?
You know what? People are saying this on the Facebook group. Just leaves room for her to do more X-Files.
Exactly. How unlucky is that then? You know what I mean? Lucky for the X-Files people.
I knew something was up when they kept pushing back season 3. I figured I figured that's what's next. I really.
Well, you know why, didn't you? You know what they can't. You know what season 3 ain't gonna do well, didn't you? Because apparently it's supposed to be just about Hannibal Lecter in a different country.
Oh really?
Yeah, apparently it's gonna have him walking around and stuff. Apparently it's not even gonna have Will Graham in it.
Oh.
That's what I read up, whether that's true or not.
Yeah. I heard Gillian Anderson had more of a role in it because she's like, you know, like it's getting more dangerous. Like, you know, it's this fear that he might turn on her and stuff. But
yeah,
exactly.
It'd be great if he had her, right? And he went like this. You taste just like Scully. Yeah, Scully. You taste Scully.
Nice.
That was great, wasn't it?
I'm genuinely. I didn't get into Hannibal, but I am genuinely surprised because I thought that was getting well received. It is well received by most. So.
Another one I watched. I watched season 1, absolutely loved it, but season 2 I haven't watched and I've had it a year. Yeah, by now.
Wow, breaking news on Movie Magic and Gaming Guru.
Yeah, breaking news. I know what my things are going to be now. E3 and Hannibal cancelled.
Yeah, exactly. That's the subject. But didn't you say Aquarius was cancelled? And I heard it hadn't been. So.
Oh, you know what? Talking about this, I heard that it had been, but it was misconceptions because they aired them all online first. They reckon there could be some more seasons, but it depends on how it's received. You know, by the end of the last episode.
Right, yeah, because it's all available, like you say, to download straight
But
away,
a
kind of
lot of
thing. But it's just
people thought it was going to be cancelled because of that,
yeah.
and it was
I
all
think
over the place. Well,
I think what they're trying, NBC are trying. I think they're trying the Netflix thing, like with
they
Daredevil and
are.
that, where it's
They are.
all available to download straight away, kind
The
of thing.
question to you is: have you started watching it yet?
No, I had a quick nosy, but I haven't properly because I've not really been at the computer much since Friday. I've been sleeping most of the weekend. The problem is with our gaming sessions is it means I have to the carer comes on in the morning on like we finish, then the carer comes in the morning on Saturday, and then I go to bed for a few hours, and then they come in the evening, and then I get a few more hours sleep, and then so my sleep is really like out of so I don't get the time sometimes to watch, but I will be watching it this week hopefully when I'm not.
Blame me for your life, all right? Being hectic,
Oh no,
all right?
I was just...
Yeah. You know what? Your life is hectic because you chose it to be. All right? Don't blame me.
I choose to play games with you for 10 hours straight every evening.
The other day I gave you the option to completely quit. You said I can't live without it. So
What?
you say, remember we had that conversation. Remember I said, "Oh, we'll stop doing the game." You went, "I can't go about my game." Remember?
Oh yeah.
So you had the choice there.
Yeah, because you have been naughty, but
Yeah, but still, you had the choice, and you said no. See?
But no, I wasn't saying about that. I was just explaining. I just hadn't this weekend. I've been sleeping quite a bit.
I know. Trust me, I know. Me, I always think I've got plenty of time, and I do, but at the same time, I don't. You know.
I know. It's like what I said to you, didn't I? Jane went to me the other day, and it kind of pissed me off. But it's just like, so what do you do all day? Do you just sit and watch movies? It's like, oh, that's not what I do all day.
That's not what Jane said to you. What Jane said to you was that hunk you talk to online. How do you get to meet such a fit hunk like him?
Yeah, why are you not?
And you said, I don't know, but I really hit lucky. Because, whoa, when I look at him, whoa. And then.
Your ego going like that.
Yeah, exactly. Then Jane went, oh. And then you went, oh, yeah. And then she went, oh. And then that was how it ended.
But the neighbours were like, will you quit that now?
And then you invited your neighbours in, and they went, whoa, about it all, you know. Then the carers, whoa, you know. But anyway, so go on, what were you going to say about Jane?
No, she said to me, what do you do all day? You just sit and watch movies all day. I was like, no, I do other stuff. And I don't like that when people just assume that you're just, as somebody who's not able to work because of my health, and I don't get out and stuff like that. They just think I'm just sat there on my arse all day, just sat watching like movies and stuff. And I'm like, no, I do other stuff. I'm at the computer, I sleep, I have a dog, and it's like...
I told you, she's clueless.
Yeah, it's hurtful for me because as somebody who's restricted and it hurts to be restricted because I want to be out there doing normal stuff and having a life and that. And especially when she goes on about having a job and she's like, oh, I wish I could trade half my time so that you were doing, half my work and then I would have half your doing nothing time. I was just like, excuse me? And it's just this preconception that people have that I'm just sat here on my own. And it's just like, and like you say, it's like, especially because of different health things, say like I get lethargic, I need to have naps during the afternoon and stuff like that. It's like, that doesn't mean I'm just sat there doing nothing all day,
Well, this is clueless, it's just the point, going into the big bad world of a Christian college, awful. That's the big bad world out there,
Yeah.
And you think you see everything when that isn't the case. A college like that is just like it's not. I'm not pointing it down or anything, but it's not a horrible place to be. You know what I mean? It's not you're experiencing the world being there.
No, you're very sheltered, kind of.
You're learning and you're experiencing stuff, but you're not getting people being abusive.
No, yeah, exactly.
So he hasn't got a right to talk. And I saw Donna's comment.
Right?
Yeah. And you know what? That makes us sound very slutty. And,
No.
and if it's true, well, God help her. But
Well, I said, I've introduced her to Bones. And you know what? I'd forgotten what it was like to sit there and just have a because we've been watching shows recently that have been on for some time. So, and immediately it was like, oh, David Boreanaz, and I was just like, oh my goodness, please stop. Like I think David Boreanaz is hot, but I don't sit there every second of every episode and go, oh my god,
I'd never, I've looked to put women on shows. And I've got my spare chair, but I've never been like, oh, I'll give her one. You know what I mean? I've never been like that. I know.
Especially as somebody with a boyfriend, she's sat there and it's just like, you have a boyfriend, right? She's like, oh, I want to get with him. I was like, you have a boyfriend. Sod it off. Mine.
What's this? But for intents and purposes, Malcolm, you are a slut. That's from John. What?
What?
John's wishful thinking.
I think, yeah. I think he misconstrued what we were saying now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You find someone else we know is one. what Donna said made it sound like what we do someone we know is one.
I've never looked to women online, like, let's say, not online, on shows, like, let's say,
I'll say like Hannibal as an example, Gillian Anderson. You wouldn't sit there and go,
Gillian Anderson's the thing. I might sit there and I go, you know what, it'd be nice if she was my psychiatrist or that, because she seems pretty good at it in the show. But I won't go, oh, I'd like to get her on that counter, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think about that, but I used to think about that about real people I know,
Yeah.
But I've never been that way, I've always been like, if I tell you what happens to me, if I see something sexy in the film, the first thing I think of is Donna.
Yeah.
So when something like that happens, I'm thinking about Donna at the time, which makes it really, really weird. Because I think when you're in a relationship, you're committed to that. That's what happens.
Yeah.
So
I guess it's back to that thing of like seeing somebody on the screen and thinking you know them just because they're hot or something. It's like, no.
John said, I must have misunderstood.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me do my famous thing.
Although we all know Malcolm really is a slut.
Don't tell anyone.
It's his secret.
Oh, yeah. It's my secret, yeah. I hide it very well. I've been with half the women on YouTube.
Wait, there's women on YouTube? That sounded more rude than I meant it to. You know what I mean. Sorry.
Well, let's hope, for people, I'm dead.
Your brain's gone, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. I never do. And then when I do,
we were just saying about what people think you're doing all day, and like finding the time to do stuff and that,
I'm waiting for my post to come. I've got posts to come, and it's supposed to be here now.
You were hoping it was going to be here before the chat ended, but it hasn't. What do you want to bet? You finish the chat, and then it was just as we're doing our wrapping up.
Normally Donna gets it at 3, which is 11. And I don't know if she has yet, but she might do in the next few minutes. I
haven't heard your doorbell or that go off, so
it won't. It'll be in the mailbox.
Right.
I've got 7 packages coming today.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
Yeah. Things that no one will ever be interested in, but
I'm sure he would.
There wasn't one.
Were you going to do an update or whatever when you?
I don't know. I should do an update. I've got the Equalizer box set to do an update on, and oh, I think Dawn's going to check the mail. She's going. She's going to the mailbox.
She heard you. She's listening to the chat. It's like.
Malcolm is a slut because he has a donate button. That's true. That's true. I do. Donate for services.
He's whoring himself out.
That's my secret thing. If Bill give me $10,
really nice, Donna. That was brilliant.
That was good. That was awesome, actually. A good way of making.
I'm surprised John didn't get there first on that one, to be honest.
Well, John's been slow today. He's off his game. Get on your game, John.
It'll be like, but I did call him a slut first.
And I'm looking forward to the $50 later.
Yeah, I'm waiting for $50. Keep checking my PayPal account. Mind you, it doesn't matter my PayPal account.
Well, I tell you what, if he sends me the 50, well, no, he'll send you the 50.
Yeah. He's sat there like panicking now. I was like, shit, I couldn't have said anything.
Well, you know
I was
what?
just joking.
No, he was serious. I'm telling you, serious. He said he never breaks his word, and he said he was going to give us $50.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's going to come in handy.
I guess to be fair, it was a what if. If I give you $50 each, are you going to refuse? I guess.
Let's have a look. Let's look for it. Oh.
The wording.
Let's have a look for the wording.
It's a legally binding contract.
So if I wanted to send you, lucky.
Darn.
It's lucky.
I would have gone towards my Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, John, step up for Tash's birthday. Give her $50. Give me $50. Give me $50 in compensation for not getting me anything for my birthday either.
Yeah,
even though you didn't talk to me at the time.
No, the fact he didn't know you when it was your birthday is beside the point.
Oh dear. So
that's that time. We waiting for Donna to get the post.
Oh look, should I send you 50 quid, Tash? Ooh.
Oh, that's even better than $50.
We're looking at $80 there. Yeah. Look, you got Tash. You send Tash 50 quid and send me 50 quid. Then you'll go from they go from $100 to 160. Plus the fees.
Oh my goodness.
You know. So, have you enjoyed the chat today?
I have. Have you?
Yes, I think it's been a very good chat. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm sad Alex disappeared. He was like, "Hi guys," and then we haven't seen him since. So I don't know if he's still watching, but
it might be in his internet.
Oh mate, yeah, it's probably breaking up again.
Or we might just want to pop in and say, "Hey guys, it looked like he was here."
Just to say.
Maybe he decided he wanted to start doing a James.
Yeah, exactly. Just like quick, hello, goodbye. He didn't even say goodbye, damn it, Alex. It's like, at least James says goodbye.
This has got some manners.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad Donna was here.
But yeah, I'm glad Roger turned. When they got back, that they put it back on.
So.
Yeah, exactly. So, she went to pick him up, and then was like, "You will watch the rest of this chat with me."
Nice with milkshakes.
Yeah, with milkshakes as well.
Oh, I get so jealous of milkshakes. What's that? Keep on dreaming, Malcolm. That's the job. Okay.
Oh, what, for the $160?
Okay. Well, you want to play that game, Jet? All right. Okay.
You still after. You were still promised $50. To be fair.
That was $50, so I need my $50. Yeah.
But no, we've had some excellent comments and questions from John and Donna, as always, and it's nice to see Donna back. And
it's always great having Donna in, because I feel like Donna really brings great stuff to the chat,
Yeah.
I feel like really Donna and John bring like the best parts to the chat as well.
Yeah.
So appreciate that.
No, I really appreciate that. And it was nice to see a question from Husey.
Oh, he always comes in and seems to add one question, doesn't he?
Yeah. But it was nice because it was connected to what we were talking about E3. It was nice. He was like, "Well, what kind of ones did you like?"
I think Husey's got like 5 kids.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because you're friends with him, aren't you? So
Facebook, well, we're friends on Facebook and we're friends on PSN.
Yeah.
Which means it's my Facebook and PSN friend.
Yeah. Hurry up, Donna, and get the post. Yeah, no, we're what were we? Facebook and PSN buddies.
We're YouTube, Facebook, and PSN fans.
Yeah.
That's
right. An occasional Skype. Sending stuff.
Yeah. Occasional Skype. Other than that, don't exist.
No, whatever. Yeah.
It's When I
Not
think
on
about it,
Amazon Buddies.
oh, yeah, Amazon Buddy's toe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so weird, you know.
But you know, no friendship whatsoever other
No.
than that. Just
Hold on, ready? Me and Tash,
we are
Sketchney,
the best people
are
on the
Facebook
internet.
and YouTube and PSN friends who like Skype, and that comes from the bottom of my heart. So I'd just like to say I'm sorry, and to Donato. You know what I mean? So,
That was so heartfelt. It was positively touching. I felt the love there.
Thank you guys. Really enjoyed the chat today. I'm surprised we didn't see Big John pop in today. We did see
Avenger for weeks.
We saw. We did. We saw Big John pop in.
We did see a Big John. His name is John Quintero. Boom.
Oh dear. I tell you.
Last Avenger hasn't been in for a couple of weeks. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I don't think he likes us anymore.
That's because we kept calling him John. That's even if it's a him.
That would have been great if his name actually had been John. You know what's happened, didn't you? I've tracked him down, I found him, and
yeah, you found out what he's doing. I think you'd love it even better if it's actually a woman.
That would have been great. Yeah. No. I was going to try and think of a female name with John in it.
I was going to say Jenny.
Jenny. Well, that sounds about right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Jenny. Jenny, I'm Batman.
I'm a creepy pervert watching you.
I have bat wings and I've got a Batmobile and I'm watching you because my name's Batman.
I will spend my back credit card on you.
I will get you, Catwoman, and I will slice you with my bat card. Oh, yeah.
I'm curious what limit he has on that back credit card.
It's a big name, isn't it?
Huh?
The hell you two invited to bite me? That's from John.
Okay.
You want your biting, Tash?
Virtually or? This is because we went begging for money. You shouldn't suggest giving us money if you didn't regret it.
Hey, it's Tash I feel bad for because it's her birthday and you were promising. Step up, Quintero.
Johnny Q.
Yeah. Johnny Q. Oh, that was good. Step up. But yeah, I feel like we had a really good chat, and I feel like we had some fun, and I think that we should let you say what you're near saying, and I think we should start heading off.
Yeah, because time just disappears like crazy.
It does, doesn't it?
No, thank you everybody for watching, that watched. And as always, to the people that watch after the fact, please feel free to comment on our stuff that we can answer next week or whenever. But thank you especially to John and to Donna and to Roger for watching and comments and questions and Husey as well. But thanks everybody for tuning in, and please tune in next week. Hope everybody has a good week.
I'd like for everybody, and if you would like to see Tash in a Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman costume, which she mentioned earlier,
yeah, please
feel free to comment below and say yes, Tash Catwoman. All right, because Tash did bring that up earlier. If you'd like to see me be Batman with bat nipples, put underneath, we want bat nipple fun.
Bat milk.
Bat milk. There you go, bat milk. Put bat milk, and we will make it happen.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
Maybe not for 6 years, maybe not for 20, but it'll happen at some point.
Yeah, at some point when you can get that 6-pack.
Yeah, if I can get the 6-pack, because it's under there.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen. All right. But yeah, I'd like to thank. Oh, we've got one more comment. What's this? Always have fun around here. Thanks again, guys. Talk later, Malcolm. Okay, talk later, John. But yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. It's always thanks Donna, thanks Roger for watching near the end. Glad you watch and jealous of your milkshakes. Thanks John for being here as always. Alex, thanks for being here for however long you were. If your net cut out, I'm sorry to hear that. If it didn't, where were you? I'd like to thank Jose for taking the time out because I know he's got a busy life with his kids and stuff to ask us a question. And I'd like to say, to end it off, the film ATM sucks. Do not buy it. Do not rent it. Do not even download it. It's a waste of time and you won't enjoy it. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Take care and join us next week for our 31st chat.
No.
Yes. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Take care and have a good week.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh no, sorry.
And end the chat with a great burp.
I'm sorry.
See you later, guys.